Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. We back with another live stream. Salute to MJ's Total Health and Wellness Enrichment. Salute, bros. How you doing, bro? Salute to you. Thanks for coming through. LeVar Cooper, what's good, bro? Salute to you. Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you. So we back again talking about some boxing. Salute to everybody coming through the building. Um, man, I appreciate this, man. This is a fun little thing that I'm doing with you guys, man. Talking about this boxing. I really enjoy you guys coming through with comments. Salute to the playback, the guys listen to on the playback. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment, questions, all that good stuff. You can follow me on IG, LDubs Boxing, LDub_boxing, or Twitter at OverJ. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We're talking boxing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into this last week, we're gonna get into the upcoming fight schedule. You know what I'm saying? Just chop it up. And then any news and notes, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to hop on, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Got like an hour and some change to talk about some boxing. You feel me? So I want to get into it. So we got this Don King card supposed to pop off. So it's a lot of questions about this. You know what I'm saying? You from I mean, I don't know where to start. From you got people calling down to the Hard Rock Casino to see if this fight actually happening. They don't even have this on their event schedule. You know, most casinos and places like that, they'll have a schedule. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? You had Chris Lovejoy, who was probably the most popular fighter on this card. That I would hope that you want to keep on the card. He pulled out. He about to fight in Mexico on the same day, the 29th. From Manuel Charles in Germany. Well, he's here now, but he was in Germany, and it took him a last minute to get his visa. I mean, he got his visa on Monday morning, and the fight is Friday. Come on, you think he gonna be adjusted to the change of schedule? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff. And Char haven't been in the ring in 3 years, over 3 years. Trevor Bryant haven't been in the ring over 2 years, 2.5 years. It's no, you can barely find footage on Trevor Bryant, and that's me saying this as a hardcore fan that's like all knee deep into boxing, shoulder deep into boxing. I find rare footage of him. You know what I'm saying, from somebody's phone or whatever. I know he fought on Showbox a couple years ago. So and then Don King, the whole dynamic of Don King, he haven't promoted a fight in like 6 years. So it's crazy, but hey, it's looking like it's gonna happen. Everything is posted on Fight TV, which that's where they're gonna show the pay per view. It's like $20 or whatnot. They got like a 5 fight card, so we'll see, man. I want to touch on it. So the main event, Char versus Bryant. Char is the regular champion in the WBA at heavyweight, and Bryant is the interim champion. So I guess they're just fighting to get rid of this belt, which they should get rid of. The winner of this fight is actually the mandatory for Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua don't have another WBA mandatory probably beginning of next year, end of this year. So we'll see. But far as the fight, breaking down the fight, listen, Char, he's really not a top heavyweight, honestly. He's a fringe, he's a fringe contender at best, more so like journeyman. You know what I'm saying? He's been stopped by Breeders when Breeders moved up to heavyweight with that one fight. What's up, JC? Salute, bro. What's going on with you? Ali 313, what's good, bro? Salute. He said goat talk. Salute, bro. Appreciate you. So Char, he's not like one of the best heavyweights. I wouldn't if he was active, I wouldn't even put him probably like the top 50, top 45, bro. For real, for real. But he been holding on to his belt for a minute. What's good, my man? G5 Jeff in the building. G5 Jeff TV. Salute to you, bro. Y'all go check him out, man, on his channel, bro. He dropping that boxing content too. Salute to you, bro. Salute. So, I mean, like Char really, to me, he don't bring nothing to the table. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, he just holding on to a belt, a really a belt that really shouldn't be in boxing, in my opinion. And then Trevor Bryant, he's another one. You know what I'm saying? He's a younger guy. What's up, Coco? Salute to you, bro. Bruce goes in the building. Salute. What's going on, man? Salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. He said, is this fight? See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Nobody, nobody know. They got it on the website on DonKing.com. I was checking it out. They got it up there where you can order it. Uh, you can order it on Fight TV too if you wanted to go that way. But yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Uh, that's what they saying. Char, he supposed to be over here. I see him drop the bottle letter saying that he's negative. So that's one hurdle cleared. I guess you gotta figure out if the money is there and stuff like that. Coco the Don, salute, bro, in the super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I try to do my best, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate the support too, bro. For real. But far as this fight though, I think Trevor Bryan definitely is the favorite. I think he stopped Char. Daniel Bryan, I keep saying Daniel Bryan, I'm talking about some WWE, but Trevor Bryant, he got fast hands, he's strong, you know what I'm saying? He's not a bad fighter, you know what I'm saying? He's just inactive. So we haven't really seen much of him. I think I'm surprised he got 20 fights with Don King. You feel me? He 20 and over 14 knockouts. He's been with Don King his whole career. So imagine if he was with like another promoter, he probably had his shot already. But I think he beats him. I think he stops Char if this fight do happen, which I'm gonna hold out hope and say it's gonna happen. So I like Bryant. He, like I said, he got fast hands. He been down there in the heavyweight factory in Florida, you know what I'm saying, sparring those guys. So he's, you know what I'm saying, he know how to handle himself in the ring. He just been inactive. And Char, he been in the ring with some good guys. He said any fight card with Romain Severn. Yeah, Romain Severn, 42 years old, former heavyweight champion of the world. He supposed to be on this card. Uh, he was supposed to fight Lovejoy, but Lovejoy pulled out, so he TBA. And like I said, it was so much going on with this card. Don King, it when Manuel Char announced he's coming, he got his visa, everything's good. He's headed to the United States. Then news come out that Don King tried to force the WBA to make Bryant versus Severn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, bro. So hopefully it happens though. If it do happen, I got Bryant stopping Char. You know what I'm saying? And what that mean for the rest of the division? I mean, listen, I'm not sure if these other top heavyweights want to do business with Don King because he put options on you for like the rest of your life. You feel me? So if you face a Don King fighter, he want to put an option on you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, D Hodges, man? Salute to you, man. My bad about earlier, bro. That was a mistake, bro. I had the phone in the pocket, man. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. So what do he do? Like after Trevor Bryan win, what he gonna do? He gonna stay inactive for another 2.5 years, or do Don King actually let him off the leash? But Don King, he's a shrewd businessman. He's not just gonna give you his fighters without some type of option or something like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He said, if L Dub were casual, yeah, man. One thing, yeah, bro. Appreciate you, Coco, my guy, man. What's up, Black Star Sports TV? Salute, bro. Salute to you. Tom Brown, what's good, bro? Salute to you coming. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you, man. Just want to, talk about some boxing, bro. Feel free to drop comments, bro. It's all good. We're talking about this Don King card. So it's supposed to go down January the 29th. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see if it's gonna happen. You got Bebu Shubanoff on that card versus Rafael Murphy. He's supposed to fight for the Shubanoff is a WBA regular champion. He ain't far in a minute. But Man Severn's supposed to fight somebody. I'm not sure. Man, they got a couple of more filler fights on the card, but the intrigue is just if this card gonna actually go through. You feel me? Because I think that's an intrigue, man. Because the fight, it's just a low level heavyweight fight, to be honest with you. But we're gonna see, man. We shall see. Oh man, that was all good. My bad, man. I accidentally, what I'm saying, my bad, bro. He said, "What's up?" All right, I'll move on to another card. We're gonna talk about the Caleb Plant jump. So just to let y'all know, give y'all some more information about the Caleb Plant card. So They're gonna start on FS1. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure y'all can see this. He said salute to Don King for the unforgettable moments and yeah, salute to him on that. He was the man back in the day, for real. He said, "Who you like in the fight?" I like Trevor Bryant. I think he's gonna stop him. I think he's gonna stop him. He got the faster hands to me. From what I've seen of him, he got the faster hands. He got bigger power. And I don't trust Char. But to this card right here, man. So just to let you guys know, it's going. This is January the 30th on Fox. The prelim's gonna be on FS1. You know what I'm saying? Rances Bartholomew. He's facing a kid named All Rivera Southpaw. That's gonna be like a catch weight, something like that. So Rances is back in the ring. He's not the most fan friendly type of fighter, but he should be. So that tells me he might have a good fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna switch on to Fox with Caleb Truax, and you got a good heavyweight scrap I want to talk about. So y'all take a look at that. Those are the times and the schedule right there. So you guys, you can clear your schedule if you decide to check that, or you just, I'm saying, DVR that shit. That's what I do sometimes. He said, I don't trust Char. Nah, I don't trust. Yo, nah, bro. I seen that fight with he'll do it fought in like 3 years. What's up, Intangible? Salute. All right, so let's talk about this card, man. I kind of like the two. Well, I like the co-main. The co-main is dope. Uh, Heavyweights. Mike Coffey versus the Money Rock out of Philly. You know what I'm saying? I know G5 is definitely familiar. Yo, this is a good fight, man. You know what I'm saying? It got some, like I was saying earlier on Oddfellas channel. Salute to Oddfella too. Go check him out on the War Report. But I like this fight. The intangibles in this fight is Coffee been active. He been in some good high quality training camps. You feel me? He been in there with Big Baby, Wilder, Kornacki. They keep calling him back. Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So he still learning on the job. Kind of started late. To me, I think he in between styles. Like he want to be a southpaw 1 minute, the next minute he want to be a righty. He's still stuck in the style, but he a big, strong dude. Both guys probably come around about 265 plus. They both about 6'4", 6'5", so it's gonna be some big ass dudes. You feel me? So Coffee, he can fight, he can bang a little bit, and I like that he's being active, and you can tell he's still learning on the job. The Money Rock though is skilled. Like he's a big guy, but he's skilled, fast hands, good defense. He can move his feet when he wants to. You know what I'm saying? I think the only criticism of him, the weight. You know what I'm saying? I like him. I like him in the 250s, 260s. You know what I'm saying? But he's been coming in 275, 280. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can gradually work his way down. And he's been inactive, so that's the catch-22 of this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think I like if it's all things considered, I like Rock in this fight. I think he got the better skills, hand speed, and I think he got, you know what I'm saying, he can fight, bro. For real. Both guys can fight. And I think he got a little bit more than Coffee has, but I can't underestimate Coffee because Coffee is like an underdog type of story. He a big ass dude. You know what I'm saying? He can punch too. So we just have to see, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a good one. He said, okay, he talked to each other. What's up, Oz? What's good with you, bro? All right, so you got Joy Spencer's on the card too. He might be like the what they call it, the filler fight, or the you know what I'm saying? He might be the second fight on the card. You know what I'm saying? So Joy Spencer, I'm not really high as a lot of people is on Joy Spencer. I think he need to improve a lot. They've been giving him a lot of shine, but I feel like he haven't been living up to it. He might have to take a step back and you know what I'm saying, get himself together. He's on this card. He's fighting Isaiah Seldon, the son of the former heavyweight champion of the world, Bruce Seldon. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. He said Coffee sent him a bit muscle. Okay, yeah. He kind of, yeah. You're right. He a big dude. See what I like. So I noticed something when he fought 2 times on PBC FS1. The first fight he was like 279. And then the second fight, like maybe a month or two later, he came in the 260s. I like that. So that tells me, I like to see that. Sometimes with heavyweights, not all the times with heavyweights, but a lot of times with heavyweights, um, you can judge their performance on their weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's for everybody, but you know what I'm saying? It's a rock inactivity is a problem for me. Yeah, it is for me too, bro. on Rival Boxing Talk. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. Say keep up the great work. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Yeah, I'm with you, G5. He's still with Fred Jenkins. I think Coffee versus Rock going to be a sloppy. It could be though. It could be. It could be though. Yeah, bro. It could be. Shit. It could be for real. But yeah, Joey Spencer versus Isaiah Selden. All right, so let's talk about the main event, man. Caleb Plant versus Caleb Truax. Um, let's talk about it. So this is a mandatory for Caleb Plant, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? My man is the number 3 guy. What's up, MMA champ? Truax is the number 3 guy. They've been building for this fight for a long time. Caleb Truax is supposed to fight, all that good stuff. But honestly, I don't see a way Truax gonna win this fight, bro. I mean, he's been hurt, injured a lot, cuts. He had an Achilles injury, and like I said, whenever I see any athlete have an Achilles injury, I can't see them coming back the same. Now I know KD is out here killing it. You feel me? So hey, but it took him a while to come back. A lot of the guys, one of my favorite players back in the day, Dominique Wilkins, got that Achilles, and he was never the human highlight film no more. He was just a highlight. You feel me? So that takes a lot of your athletic ability, and he's already 37 going on 38, and he's kind of a bad Caleb Plant is a bad style for him. So um I think Caleb wins this fight, man. Definitely. I think by stoppage. So I'm with you too, LeVar. But here's another thing you gotta take in consideration. Will Caleb Plant be pressing for the knockout? Because you gotta understand, he got a big lottery ticket, a big meal ticket, you know what I'm saying, right in his right in his sights. So he has to look good so he can get that. Will he be pressing to get the knockout? Will he just fight his fight and let the knockout come? He said he Truax trained in Minnesota, People Cruz, he said Hitman Stewart and Antonio T. Woods. I think Truax would do better than expected, but will lose. Okay. I think I can see that because I'm pretty sure he know this is his last opportunity, and and these guys come out to fight. You know what I'm saying? When they got like even Gamboa get a lot of shit right when he fought Tank Davis, like that dude. I know we know he chinny. He been knocked down like 15, 16 times before he fought Tank. But in that Tank fight, he was determined not to get knocked out, even though he got stopped in the at the end of the day. But if the guy don't want to get stopped, they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? These guys been professionals in boxing for years. I said I'm not too interested in the main event. I think Plant will stop him late. Another good look for Plant. Yeah, this Plant need this one. This is a big fight for Plant. He needs a highlight. Yeah, he need to let the people know. He said he should get the knockout. He should let the knockout come. Yeah, exactly. He said I probably would switch off after the rock. But no, I don't. No, I don't switch off because this important. But it's up to you though. It's up to you, bro. Do what you gotta do. But it's important for Plant because it's no football this week. It ain't really nothing going on too crazy. So he gonna have the spotlight, and this gonna determine. This is important. This is important for Canelo, especially Canelo fans, because Canelo, if he what he trying to do. He gonna fight Yildirim, then probably Billy Joe in May. You know what I'm saying? And I would say if Caleb get a quick knockout and something happened with Billy Joe, he should be ready just in case. He should be ready for May just in case, because Billy Joe, saying he unpredictable. But let's say everything work out the way they plan it or what they talking about it. Caleb Plant in September. So he need to put on a big performance. That way people can talk about. Not for the hardcore fans like us, because we know this fight is trash. We know that. Let's be honest. We already know what it is. But for the casual fans who just flicking through the TV, oh shit, oh man, he gonna fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? They already they did like a preview of this fight on with the NFC Championship game. Who was the Bucks and the Packers? So that got a lot of views. So I mean, that's what this more about. It's more about Caleb Plant putting his name out there, establishing himself as a viable contender for Canelo. And if Canelo decides to come back to pay-per-view officially on Fox, then you got a decent dance partner, a sellable dance partner that you can make some business with. So that's why it's important. When he come out here trying to look crazy and overshooting his shots and and messing with his lead left hook and what I'm saying, whatever, get a cut and have to survive and hold, then it's something else. But then again, Canelo might still fight him. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. We'll see. We'll see. So that's what it is, man. I'm about to drop a link, man. Y'all come on through. We can talk boxing real quick. You know what I'm saying? I got about 45, 40 minutes to talk about boxing, man. Feel free to come through. Keep that shit respectful. It's all love over here. You know what I'm saying? We talking boxing. Make sure, everybody is informed on stuff. Feel free to drop your if you guys want to talk about anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Your opinion is straight over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no wrenches. I ain't blocking nobody. And if we get into a debate, we get into a debate. It's all good. He said, hopefully Plant don't play with his food. Yeah, don't play with your food, bro. Don't play with your food. There you go. Link in the chat, man. Come through, man. Oh, he said exactly. No more complaining about short notice. You know what's coming. Yeah, exactly. I would say get ready. If he stopped Caleb Plant, look, listen. If he stopped Truex in 2 rounds, like blow him out the water, he should be like knocking on the door. I want the May fight. Forget September. Forget all that, bro. Forget that. All you excuse me. All you need is if Canelo is coming straight back, you should be able to come straight back. If he put on performance like that, he should be knocking on the door. He should have his plane ticket ready to go to Miami on February 27th. I don't care if he got found the zone or whatever. He should be ready. You know what I'm saying? He should like. I don't like waiting to September, so he's not gonna have January to September. That's a long time to be out the ring for a guy that's a boxer that already been out the ring for a year, 11 months. So I'll be knocking on if I'm stopping this guy early, I'm like he should get he should do the interview post fight and just call Canelo. Like just call his name, tell him you got your ticket booked to Miami. I'm coming. I want that fight in May. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be. Because he can look if he have a great performance and have a great viewership on Fox, then Eddie Hearn gonna try to get him. You know what I'm saying? You know that. You know they're gonna try to make that fight. I mean, no disrespect to Billy Joe, but you know how it is. What have you done for me lately, sport? And Billy Joe had a so-so performance against Murray. He dominated, but he kind of got tired down the stretch, and he's not the most dependable guy. You know what I'm saying? All the ring type shit. So I think Caleb Plant is in prime position, bro. He in prime position for real. I would keep that sharpness, man. I think that'll help him. He said that he took this fight because it was his mandatory that he didn't have to face, but it freed him up. Yeah, I heard him say that. That is a fact though, because Truex was in a title eliminator. With he supposed to have been in one with he was in one with Quillen, but he got the cut. Then he got injured after that. Then he supposed to be in one with Angulo, and he fell out the fight like the day before the fight against Angulo. What's up, Jalik? Salute, bro. Salute. Said 1 sec. All right. He said, no disrespect, but Billy Joe. Yeah, man, Billy Joe, bro. Yeah, so in another note though, Alantez Fox is on standby. So if my man don't make it to the fight, Caleb Truax, something happened to him or something, then you're gonna see a title defense between Caleb Plant and Alantez Fox. Alantez Fox jumped into the IBF rankings after that win he had on Christmas. I think it was Christmas, right? And they got him number 15. Let me get Intangible in the building. Feel free to come through, y'all. Y'all want to talk boxing? What's up, Intangible? What's good, bro?
Nothing much. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Let's talk boxing, bro. What's going on?
Nothing really. Nothing really too much. I mean, I think that the fights this coming weekend. I think the most interesting fight is probably, unfortunately, it's probably Lovejoy's fight in Tijuana. He's not
Right.
fighting Stavern anymore. But if he had fought him, that honestly would have been an intriguing fight. I'm not even kidding. But When it comes to Plant versus Truax, I'd have to say it's one of those fights to where I look at Caleb Truax and think to myself, he's washed up, first off. And second off, if he were to give Caleb Plant his biggest troubles, which is probably high octane work rate, he'll probably get himself into an exchange early on. And he'll probably get worn down early. But I don't see him as the type of guy to try to spoil or survive. So I don't think he's going to drag Plant into deep waters and force him to expend himself. That's not his style. And I just think that overall the matchup is just not favorable. I think Truax loses.
Yeah, me too, bro. What's up, Jalik? G5 Jeff in the building. Salute.
Yo, what up? What up?
It's good, bro.
Everything straight with you. Jalik, what's up?
Well, I think he fell off.
He fell off? Okay.
Yeah. It's good, bro. How you feel about this weekend?
Man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think Plant needs an impressive performance, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he really do. Because I think his name is only hot right now because Canelo's mentioning it. If you look outside of that, like, he got some work to do as far as resume, things like that. You know, standout performances. So Plant need a good one this Saturday for sure.
Yeah, and they missed the boat on that Benavidez fight too.
Yes, they did. That's
crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, and they got Benavidez. They got Benavidez, Ronald Ellis, which is a bad opponent. His best win was the last fight against Korobov, where he was losing clearly. Korobov was putting on a good performance, then he got injured, which is just typical Matt Korobov stuff.
Right.
You know, I'm reticent to say that there's really any type. I'm reticent to say which one would be the number 2 super middleweight in the world behind Canelo. In all honesty, I honestly think that, and this is just speaking. This is not really saying much. This is more so speaking to the shallow nature of the division at 168. But I think that honestly, this win this weekend, assuming Caleb Plant gets it done, which I believe he absolutely should, that would probably put his resume above Benavidez's, and thus he probably would go above him.
Yeah, that's true. What's up, Jalik?
L Dub, what's popping, man? Shout out to the Plano and Tangible G5.
Jalik, what's up with you, baby?
What's good, man? I'm just driving in my car. It don't even let me connect to my Bluetooth. I'm like, bro, what's up with this StreamYard? But it's all good.
You in there? That's all that matters.
Yeah, they talking about Caleb Plant?
Yeah, we're talking Caleb Plant. Yeah, G5, I see you was talking about Lean. We're gonna get to that too. What you think about Plant, Jalik?
I don't think that he's developing himself to be prepared for Benavidez or Canelo. So I guess he's doing. I heard about the IBF thing, but is it really preparing him for the likes of David Benavidez? That's the challenge I got with PBC's matchmaking. I don't think he's being prepared to fight those type of fighters. So, and then he fought Ferguson Boots. What challenge was that? You know, so.
Yeah, but this is the thing with 168, right? You're saying he's not preparing himself for Canelo, which is definitely true. And he's not preparing himself to fight Benavidez, also true. Who is Benavidez fighting to prepare himself for to prepare himself for Plant? Romer, Alexis Angulo is not even close to Plant. Not even just on a level scale, but style-wise, they're not comparable. Durrell, they're not the same style, and Durrell is not at his best. Just a very shallow division overall. If you're looking past the top 4 or 5 guys at the weight class beyond Billy Joe, you're looking at Fedor Chudinov and Jürgen Bremer and John Ryder as your next best guys who haven't even passed British level, and guys who haven't even really passed European level in their own right. You're looking at Feigen Boots, top 15, possibly 100, top 20 to top 15 caliber, 168 pounder. It's a very shallow division, I must stress. And I don't really think either guy's fighting anyone who can really prepare themselves for one another. And put it like this, right? The way these guys are being, the way the PBC and the way that they're just making each other's fights. When it comes to Benavidez and Plant, their entire career is going to be decided on how they do in their first big fight. Because if they lose their first big fight, Benavidez is a guy who doesn't seem to be as dedicated as he should be to the sport. Seems to be irresponsible, drugs and all that kind of stuff. Being out of missing weight. Plant is 28 years old. I mean, if they win their first big fight, then they may go on to do great stuff. But if they lose their first big fight, there's not really much coming back from it the way I see it. I think the ambition will be totally lost.
You got some good points there. I look at both fighters like between David Benavidez or Caleb Plant, who would have the better chance to win. Beat Canelo, I would say David Benavidez style. You know what I'm saying? He seemed to me to have more experience, coming up. But Caleb Plant got some experience, but his style, I like David Benavidez' style as chances of beating Canelo over Caleb Plant. But Caleb Plant got a little slickness, but I mean, I hope he don't fade, man. I just got a feeling. Hopefully he prove me wrong, bro. It's always good to have guys stepping up. I hope that doesn't prove me wrong. And then he already talking like he got the Canelo fight. I don't know. It's like you don't want to fight David Benavidez. I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, what the heck you done? He act like he a Hall of Famer. That's
I would actually disagree with that. I think that Plant provides more stylistic troubles for Canelo than Benavidez because Benavidez, he's flat-footed, he has slow feet, and he fights with his feet planted. And second off, there's no real change in rhythm with him. He's a very strict pocket fighter who's going to wait on you. He'll sometimes try to lead with his jab, but there's very little changes in rhythm with his feints and probing shots. And I think Plant does possess that, and I think he possesses a little more tools to give Canelo more issues. Canelo isn't great at cutting the ring off. He's better at that than he used to be, but he still kind of follows his opponents around. And I think Plant should be a little bit more problematic for him than Benavidez. I think Benavidez is going to be in the pocket and there for Canelo to work close up on. The body's going to be open. He doesn't protect both his body and head. It's one or the other.
We'll see, man. Canelo just said he don't want to fight no Mexican fighters. I'm like, oh man.
Can I get in on that real quick?
Oh yeah,
bro.
Hey, I think Benavidez has the better shot because I think with Benavidez, he's gonna try to win the fight, and I think with Canelo opponents, like mentally, they just go during the course of a fight. After the first 2-3 rounds, like they're mentally kind of just out of it. Now, as far as Caleb Plant is concerned, now his style, I think, will be more difficult for Canelo than Benavidez. But in terms of Benavidez' size, physically, he's going to be throwing a lot of shots. And the thing with David Benavidez, he's one of the best in the business in actually closing the gap, like getting to his spots before he start punching, and that can be a problem for Canelo as well. So both of them, I think the level of difficulty is the same, but it's just in different ways. I don't know if I haven't seen Plant really in a fight where he really shows like he got that dog in him. Right. Benavidez has shown me in a couple of fights where like he's gonna let his hands go even if he's trying to figure things out. And I think that's kind of what you need against Canelo. I'd rather Plant and Benavidez fight each other before they, like, in the winner gets Canelo. Because, like you said, the 168-pound division is pretty light. Like, all of the action is at 175, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? 168 is kind of lukewarm right now. I would rather see Plant and Benavidez fight and the winner get Canelo.
Yeah. The thing with Benavidez, right, is I don't know how he is mentally in the ring either. Because what puncher on the level of Canelo? Canelo's not a massive concussive puncher, but what person with the heavy-handedness combined with the cumulative skill set that Canelo possesses has been able to test Benavidez's punch resistance and has put him in the position to where he's really had to overcome and show a lot of courage and heart and determination and tenacity. He hasn't been put in that position before. He's been put in positions where he's been facing tricky fighters such as Gavril and Durrell early on, but Canelo's going to be all over him. He's going to be changing. He's going to be closing and changing the distance. He's going to be moving in and out with his upper body, with his footwork. He's going to be pivoting around, giving him different angles, working his body very hard, and considering the problems he's had with his potentially the issues he could have with his conditioning due to his lack of dedication to his craft. I could see him getting hurt from body shots and possibly tapping out. Maybe his will just might not be there. I don't know.
Who, Benavidez tapping out?
Them Mexicans, they strong to the body, man. You don't see too many of them getting knocked out with body shots. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Benavidez can knock out Canelo, bro. I think that David Benavidez is the harder puncher. And they both throw combinations. David Benavidez, in my opinion, got faster hands than Canelo.
He has faster hands. The problem is, though, there's no change in rhythm with him.
But he combats that with punch variety, though.
Canelo don't got footwork like that. His is all upper body movement. So those combinations, he throw 5 punches, he can land like 2. Plus his body punching is nice. Actually, he can box more than he actually showed, too. I like David.
But
I disagree. I think he does have footwork, but it's much more subtle. He doesn't have quick feet, and with him moving up more weight classes, he's kind of sacrificed that and become reduced to more of a pocket fighter. But he does have footwork, and it's very subtle. But the way he's able to cut angles with his lead foot, he's able to pivot around his opponent within the pocket, and he's able to use his feet and keep it in a wide stance and with his knees bent to be able to create a lot of flexibility with his upper body. That goes overlooked.
I think Canelo don't waste any movement.
He's
like
very
if you notice Canelo fights when he fought Callum Smith, like all of his movement is calculated. Like it gets him to a position either to get off offensively or gets himself in a position where he can use that upper body movement to get away from shots. It's not only subtle, but is very calculated, so he doesn't get enough credit for what he does in terms of his footwork. And as far as David Benavidez is concerned, what he lacks in footwork, he makes up for it in punch variety. So even if he's in the pocket or if he's in Canelo's range, a lot of the problems with Canelo's opponents, they don't give Canelo anything to think about. When he fought Triple G gave him something to think about. That's why Canelo couldn't get off on Triple G as much as other opponents. I think Benavidez will give Canelo something to think about and something to figure out. And that's half of the battle against Canelo. I don't know if Caleb Plant is going to give anything for Canelo to think about outside of the jab. I love Caleb Plant's jab, but anything outside of that, what has he shown you offensively that will make Canelo think? At least David Benavidez is going to give you some variety, some punch variety.
Yeah, punch variety is definitely a thing, but I feel like the thing that Golovkin gave Canelo something to think about was that Canelo fights in spurts, and Golovkin's attacks were either elongated or he was already occupying him with a jab in between his attacks. And that forced Canelo to expend energy, constantly focusing on defending himself. Whereas Benavidez is someone who's going to, while he does possess a lot of punch variety, it's also going to come in spurts to some degree. It's not necessarily a rarity that he throws punches, but he does take time in between his attacks to set his opponents up.
Yeah. Do you think Benavidez should go to 175?
No, I think he should stay at 168. But and I think he's perfectly capable of making the weight. He looks just fine there. He actually looks rather fleshy. So
how you miss weight and you got your own gym? I don't understand that.
Right. Hey, if he missed weight this time, bro.
200. They be up around.
Hey, Dub, if he missed weight this time, he got to go up to 175, man. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear no 168 discussions.
Yeah. Especially having been in camp since like the beginning of December. That's like what, 12, 14 week camp?
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I think he just needs some structure. His dad is like his dad seemed like his friend too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, young.
Hey, yo, I want to switch gears to Aleem. I know my man,
bro.
He was talking about Aleem.
Bro.
Let's speak on it.
Oh, he might be the best at 122. I'm not capping for this dude. This
Think
dude
so?
is nice, bro. I think he was telling me, Al. I was like, whoa. This dude is nice, bro. And he's got out against a southpaw. And The
Hey,
dude he
hold,
beat is nice.
hey, hold on one second. Hey, for the chat, did y'all hear the echoes? I hear echoes. I
My
hear some
fault. Yeah,
feedback.
my
Yeah, I
fault.
hear a little bit of echoes.
All right, let me
It
go on
might be
mute.
me. I'll wait till I get
I
out the
muted
car.
mine just in case, bro.
I'll wait till I get out the car. I gotta.
Anybody can go cook on that Aleem and what y'all saw this weekend, man. What y'all think, man? Anything?
I loved what I saw from both Aleem and Fulton. Aleem, I feel like for a little bit different reasons. Aleem, I thought, displayed a lot more awkwardness. Aleem is a very awkward fighter who throws a lot of awkward hooks from awkward angles with a lot of awkward pivots and awkward footwork to some extent. He likes to move backwards. He's a little bit more competent moving backwards than he is coming forwards. But you could just see throughout the fight his hand speed was giving him issues, and he was making great use of it and being very selective with his shots, and he was forcing Pasillas to come in second place. He would draw Pasillas in, and oftentimes Pasillas would just come in second place. It's not that he was making too many tactical mistakes, but those sneaky uppercuts, left hooks from the outside. I knew the left hook would be a problem for Pasillas, but I didn't know it would be that devastating. And Aleem is going to be a problem for. I think he'd be a problem for anybody in the division, including
Yeah.
Fulton. What I saw in Fulton, excellent versatility. He showed his level, which is he displayed great inside game. His outside game looked good when he used it, but when Leo was able to close the distance quickly on him, he realized he couldn't just use that, and he had to display and make great use of his conditioning and stamina. And he got up close. He worked the body, used his right uppercut, was dominating position on the inside, was using his arms, sort of holding his forearms down, then opening up angles to throw the right uppercut upstairs, landing a lot of body shots and working really well within the clinch. I didn't know he was that good within the clinch. And he doesn't always revert to fighting within the clinch either. He's also a guy who can lead in with his shoulder and fight head to head, and he has all type of inside tactics, and he just has a great arsenal of ability. He's got pretty solid defense. He's not quite as good coming forward as he is going backwards. So I think a style like Leo will sort of cater to his strengths to some degree, but Fulton showed his caliber, which is he's an excellent fighter. Angelo Leo is one good fighter. He should hold his head up as well.
Hey, L Dub.
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
here.
in the I said in the breakdown video for Aleem and Pasillas, I was like, it's gonna come down to one thing. I'm like, who gonna get off first? Like that was the whole key to the whole fight. Who's gonna get off first? Because outside of that, it was a 50-50 fight. We talked about that.
Yeah,
Like it was a 50-50 fight, and Aleem getting off first, and then Aleem does a great job at changing levels in terms of his punch variety and his footwork. Like Pasillas couldn't time him. He couldn't time him. And usually with southpaws, they can time the orthodox fighter pretty good. But Aleem is very unorthodox. He kind of got a herky-jerky style, but his punch variety is very good. So it's hard to really read him. So, and I think that's what got him through that fight. But I thought it was going to be a close decision. But Aleem, he showed up and showed out in that fight for sure. And as far as Cool Boy Steph, I didn't expect for him to get on the inside and really beat Leo up. And them uppercuts was killing Leo. Like Leo couldn't get out of the way of him. But yeah, Cool Boy Steph, he fights like a lot of the good Philly fighters. Like I see that from him and Boots. Like they all have similar styles in terms of just they can kind of fight any style that you want. It's really with Philly fighters, like the only question with the Philly fighters is not the talent, it's can they take the shot? You know what I'm saying? Are they chinny? And
J-Rock.
that's J-Rock, Jesse Hart. Like Jesse Hart, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's several Philly guys that, and even with Boots, we don't know if he can take the shot.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing with the Philly fighters. But Aleem looked impressive. Cool Boy Steph looked impressive. I thought Leo didn't fight bad. He didn't fight bad. He just got outgunned.
Mm-hmm.
He got the fight that he wanted. But Cool Boy beat him at his own game.
Man, I love the performance on both guys, man. I thought Aleem is the best athlete at 122 pounds. Very
Facts. Facts.
very tricky, very awkward. You know what I'm saying? I even see him like switch the southpaw a little bit when he let his combinations go. So
Yep.
I know the background of karate might have something to do with his art in the ring.
Oh, he do karate?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Because he was landing left hooks on southpaw. A lot of people don't know how to land left hooks on southpaws. So he not to get in the pocket.
Facts.
He not afraid, bro. This dude, man,
yeah.
he could
Well,
be the
Facts.
best at
Facts.
122, bro.
And what y'all?
I'm
recently, right?
impressed.
Well,
My
with
bad.
Vic Pasillas, right, and this is what I worried about with Pasillas heading into the fight, is sometimes if you're a southpaw, you can really nullify the left hook. But sometimes if you're a southpaw, especially if you like to turn off and pivot to your right, and especially in the case of Pasillas, who likes to fight with a low right hand, and he likes to bring his jab upwards, and he likes to use his up jab a lot more, and that's his primary weapon with his lead hand. That is his that can be your kryptonite, especially with Aleem, who was pivoting, and he was sort of throwing left hooks wide and out of his peripheral vision, but he wouldn't allow Pasillas to set his feet, so Pasillas couldn't time him in time, and he would
That's true.
he would come in second place, and he wouldn't be able to counter his looping shots quick enough.
Very true. Very true. Facts. Facts.
And look, I was surprised at his ring generalship too. You know what I'm saying? So Aleem is coming along. He one of those guys too that kind of started late, and you can tell he got great athletic ability. And he just tying everything together. And I like how he was starting first and he was finishing first. I mean finishing last. He was the last one to he was the first one to start the combination, and he was the last one to get the last lick. So yeah, he is going to be a problem, and he's very his athletic ability is going to give guys like MJ a lot of trouble. MJ gonna have a lot of trouble with him. Like Danny Roman, guys like that gonna have trouble with him.
Hey Dub, listen.
Yeah.
Cool Boy Steph versus Aleem, that'll be a fucking war, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that fight, that'll be like some fight of the year type stuff, like, cause they and they styles match perfect. They styles match perfect, man. Like that would be a crazy fight. Crazy fight.
Both of those some big 122 pounders, yo.
Yes.
Like Aleem look like a lightweight to me. Like his, his build, he looked like a big guy. But yeah, I think Aleem, he's gonna be a problem. Fulton, I loved his performance because he could have easily boxed this kid, you know what I'm saying, from the outside. But I think he realized that if I box him, I get him the momentum. And then that would put me on the back foot, and that have me, you know what I'm saying, be more defensive than I was. Because he watches Tremaine Williams fight. He did what he did to Leo, what Leo did to
Tremaine Williams, exactly.
You feel me? And that's a mark of a good fighter, bro. Like that study, and that he understands the sport of boxing because he can't let Leo outwork him. So what he do? He got in those trenches. He was using, he was using the clinch to his advantage, but he was able to get his arm out to punch. That's one thing a lot of guys don't know how to fight in the inside, and these guys wasn't looking to the ref to break. That's what I loved about it. And I heard some people talking about the ref should have took a point or whatever. He was letting them fight because both guys was holding in a sense, but he was letting them fight. They was pulling their arm out. They was going to the body. Yeah, and like you mentioned, Leo did a good job too because that Leo fighting any other the top guys at 22 would give them a tough fight too. So it was just a better Cool Boy Steph. That's all.
Hey Dub, and another thing, bro, is the main thing you have to do with a come forward fighter is to make them go backwards.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what Cool Boy Steph did from the opening bell. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna plant my feet and I'm gonna send a message. And sometimes you have to do that against the aggressive fighter. I know you're supposed to box, you're supposed to jab and move, things like that. But at some point, you have to plant your feet and let your opponent know, like, listen, like, I'm not going to be moving around this ring all night and giving you momentum. I'm going to stand here and we're going to go at it. And you don't have to do it for long periods. You can do it for maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds in a round. But you send that message to your opponent, like, okay, like, he's going to sit here and bang with me for a little bit. So I can't just walk him down all crazy. So that's what I think Cool Boy Steph won that mental battle, like in the first 2-3 rounds. Yeah. Leo wasn't expecting that. He wasn't expecting that at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, another thing he did. One more thing, IBT, that he did that I like. Because when I was watching, I was like, "Damn, he got himself in a dog fight. It's the second round." But then I seen him late in the fight, Cool Boy Steph. He started to box. He got that jab on him, touching him. Because I think it was like the 11th or 12th round. He landed like 5 or 6 jabs in a row.
Right.
Then he got back on the inside and started pushing him back again. So I was like, yeah, this kid, all right. Go ahead, Tesla.
You know, one thing I'm not. This isn't necessarily me discrediting him or anything. I just feel like it's a misconception about some of the things that he was doing in the ring when he was fighting inside. I don't believe people are correct when they assert that he could have made it easier by fighting on the outside. That wouldn't have been enough to get Leo's respect. He wouldn't have been able to get power on his shots, and he wouldn't have been able to wear him down. And one thing people underestimate about Leo is he's very quick at closing the distance. Just ask Tremaine Williams and how his left hand that he was landing very effectively early on got completely nullified. It's the same thing with Spence Porter. If you're fighting someone who's so quick at closing the distance, and sometimes they do it so quickly that they can smother their own offense, the best thing to do is to meet them head on in the pocket with a shoulder and work them inside in the clinches. And Fulton did that very effectively. I rate him quite highly. He's probably my number 2. Number 3, if you're talking resume as well, I probably have him number 3 at Super Bantam.
I'll give props to MJ and give him that because I thought he did beat the champion, and Ramon I thought he was a decent champion. He underrated to me, and he fits right in the mix. Like, let's talk about the 122 pound division in the whole because there's a lot of good fights that can be made, bro.
It's deep.
A lot of good fights.
Deep.
It's deep. Yeah.
Yeah, that division 122 is deep. I read something where Danny Roman was saying he wouldn't mind the Cool Boy Steph fight. I think that'd be a good fight. It's about 8 guys that you can pretty much do a round robin at 122, and it can be lit for the next 12 to 18 months, man. Like, you can match them all up, bro. Like, top 8 guys, you can match them all up.
And don't forget, he said he talking about Neri. Yeah, Neri is supposed to fight Figueroa like in May.
Yes.
And he said that they all fight each other. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all fight each other. But look, it's 2 fights, 122 pounds going down February 13th on the Golden Boy card. So we can't forget about those guys. Rios. Yeah, Ronnie Rios. He's the WBA gold champion. He's coming along. If y'all been following his career, he won like maybe 4 or 5 in a row since he lost. You know what I'm saying? And then Azat beat him. Azat Habinozi and something like that.
Yeah. Those are 2 of the 8 that I was talking about.
Okay, there you go.
I had them in my mix. Yep.
Okay, there you go. So that's what I'm saying. It's not just PBC because I know a lot of people they fixated on PBC and these guys. No, you gotta look at the whole landscape of the division. And then MJ is supposed to fight his mandatory, the Japanese kid, former world champion, Southpaw. He had a big win on the Charlo undercard when he fought Hogan.
That was a big win.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of good fights, bro. 122 is popping, and they're doing an unofficial tournament on Showtime.
That's one of the top 5 divisions in the sport.
I know.
122.
Hey, Kurt, I appreciate that, bro. Kurt Anderson, I appreciate that super chat, bro. Yes, sir.
Big shout out to Curtis.
Yeah, man, we love this boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can feel free to come on through if you want to, Kurt.
Yeah, 122 is popping. Hey, Dub, let me tell you something real quick, Dub.
Yeah.
I had Rolly's coach in the comment section in one of my videos. We had a back and forth about Rolly's progression. It ended up being a good convo, but I had to tell him that he lost the Jackson Marinas, man. I said, yo, because I'm not a big fan of Rolly. Like, I just think he need more work. You know what I'm saying? So his coach was like, yo, like, Rolly, all right. And I was just like, yo, I said, he lost to Jackson Marinas. And then regardless of Avery Sparrow, knowing about he could possibly fight, he didn't know that he was going to fight until after the dude didn't make weight.
Yeah, Paul though,
so I'm like, regardless of how long he was training, he didn't know that he was fighting until the day before the fight. So I'm like, there's a lot of guys Rolly can fight at 135 that'll show me that he can really do some things. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's the whole landscape, not just PBC, the whole landscape. Like I think Al Hammond needs to branch his guys out anyway because he don't have enough dates for all of his fighters. So he need to let them branch out the zone and you know what I'm saying, like other networks to get his guys active. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, no, I agree with you 100%. As far as the Rolly performance, you know what? I'm not too critical of it. You know what I'm saying? Even though the late replacement, whatnot, because he did some things in that fight that I was like, okay, Rolly. I seen him come in with the knee brace, so I'm thinking he would lack some mobility, but he wasn't. He was actually pretty decent on the feet. What's up, IB? Salute, bro. He was actually pretty decent on the feet. And
Yeah.
I like the left hook he landed, but the best thing he did in that fight though, I think it was the 7th round, right before the stoppage, when Avery had hurt his leg or whatnot. His coach said, "No, back up." He told him to back up. He followed instruction, and then he landed a combination, and then not too long after that, the ref stopped the fight. So I felt like that's an improvement in itself because some of these young fighters like him, they want all these knockouts. You know, he talking about KOs for life and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sign up for KO. So these guys, he wasn't pressing to get the knockout. When he got the man hurt, he still took his time, but he still needs some work, like you said, though.
Yo, you know it would be a good fight for him, bro.
What's that?
Remember the African kid that fought on the zone, Emmanuel Tegu?
Yep.
That's a good fight for Rolly.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about him fighting anybody like a former opponent of another top fighter. I thought about Alfredo Santiago. I think that's a type of fight right there. Like, because Devin Haney fought him, so maybe somebody like that. Maybe one of Teofimo's old opponents. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying? Like, give like some type of name recognition.
Right. I agree.
That's a good name. That's a good name you said too.
Yeah, Tegu was a good. That's a good opponent for him. Even like a Linares, that's a good fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of guys. It's a bunch of guys that Rolly can fight, but it's just he talks so much. And I told his coach that I was like, he talks so much. I'm like, he got that target on his back, so I'm like, his attention is gonna be magnified. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Even with a guy like Yvonne Mendy, Mendy would take him to school per se because that's a valuable experience you'll get against him. He beat Luke Campbell, the first one to beat him. So a guy like that, a tough, rugged veteran that ain't going nowhere, he's still learning. He only got 13 fights, bro, and he's a project. You know what I'm saying? Rolly, he still do a lot of stuff that you're not supposed to do. But I'm not mad at the performance though. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm not mad at it at all. He did well. You know what I'm saying? He did well. But I told his coach that. I said he did well. It's just he just need more work. But the one thing I respect to his coach, he did tell me that he thought Rolly lost that Jackson Martinez fight. I said, bro, I respect you for saying that because I said a lot of people, they'll lie because it's their guy. You know what I'm saying? But he said he thought Rolly lost that fight.
That's respect.
I respect that. I respect that.
You know what though? His team and Mayweather Promotions told us that he lost that fight. You know why? Because they put him in with Justin Paldo, who was unranked. He was unheralded. He's basically the same type of level. They didn't put him in with Linares next, or they didn't put him back in with Martinez. They put him back in with a guy that's unheralded, that's a prospect just like him.
They said now his coach did tell me, Rolly coach did tell me that they offered Jackson Martinez the fight and he refused to sign it. I don't know how true that is, but that's what he told me.
Yeah, I heard back and forth. So I heard that Martinez had already signed for Comey. Then they offered him the fight and back and forth. So we never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Is 135 the hottest division in boxing, bro?
I mean, no, because they're not fighting each other. They got a lot of star power and a lot of names.
That's a good point.
They ain't fighting each other.
That's a good point.
My favorite division is 154.
I know that's your favorite division.
That's my favorite division.
I know that's your favorite division. Mine is 175. I love
Yeah.
175.
They gotta get going though, man. They've been stagnant.
Where your boy Swift Hurd, man?
Man, I don't know what her
What's up
doing,
with it?
man. I mean, I don't know what he gonna do. I mean, any fight with even I take a Goucher fight. I take a my man. The kid just lost his title to Jamel Rosario. I take that fight. I take
Yo,
Harris a rematch.
give me Hurd Fundora. That's a
I'll take it.
classic, bro.
I take it.
Hurd and Fundora, that'll be a classic fight. But 154 need to open up. They got a bunch of guys like outside of Jamel, like everybody else is kind of just in the same pot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is in the same pot. And J Rock was supposed to fight. Who he's supposed to fight? Dennis Hogue.
Yeah. Are you still there? I don't know if you dropped off. Oh, you went on mute.
Yeah, I'll be right back, bro.
All right, no problem. Hey, the chat, can y'all hear me if I'm chopping up? Hey, D-Lo, you want to come through? Come on, bro. What's good with you? Salute. Anybody want to come through, chop it up? But yeah, I like 154. He said my bad. JC said he like 122. He said 154 is mine. Yeah, I like 154 too. 154 deep. Yo, Lara supposed to fight Michael Sorrow. That's a good fight right there. He said her another hype job. DC hype job. Her, Fundora, Harrison, Charlo, Rosario, J Rock, Lubin. Then you got Tim Zoo. You got I just named them. Castano, Teixeira. They about to fight. Yo, 154 popping, yo. You know what I'm saying? I like when he said good audio. Okay, appreciate it, bro. It be sounding muffled on my side, you know what I'm saying? But thank you, bro. He said 35-22. Yeah, I mean 35 is like 35 is like the mini diva division. You know what I'm saying? We got the 4 guys at the top, then Lomachenko. Like if these guys fight each other, then I love it. Jalise said 140. I like 142.
Yeah, I'm back, bro.
All right, no, I hear you, bro. 140 is kind of tied up. What you think about what we think about these other divisions? G5.
140. I like 140. It's almost like you're waiting for the guys at 135 to move up to 140. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think 147 is the most overrated division in boxing.
140.
Me personally, 147. Because think about it, it's kind of like 135, but it's just on a higher scale. You got a bunch of guys, a bunch of names, but either everybody done fought or they won't give the young guys the shot. Think about it. Outside of like, who else can Spence fight that's gonna really get the public's attention?
Right.
Nobody. Terrence Crawford, same thing. And then you got guys like Boots, Virgil Ortiz. They're not gonna get the shots with anybody because it's gonna be high risk, low reward. Like, so it's 147 is the most overrated division in boxing in terms of actual action. It's like, who are you gonna see Keith Thurman fight? Who are you going to see Danny Garcia fight? Who are you going to see Sean Porter fight?
Right.
Pacquiao me personally, I don't mind what Pacquiao doing, but he has a belt. I'm like, you holding up the division. You know what I'm saying? So that's my problem with 147. I love 154. I think 160 is pretty bad right now. It's not that much action in 160.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's real bad. 68 is not good.
Nope.
It's 75. I love 75. And then heavyweight popping. Heavyweight popping.
He said, what we think about Pitbull Cruz at 135? I like that kid.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? I like him.
I love Cruz. Let me hey Dub, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I got an old Cruz video when he fought Thomas Matisse back on Showbox. I think that was like Valentine's Day, like last year.
Yeah, I see that fight.
That video I did on that is still getting like a couple hundred hits like a week. That kid Cruz name is popping, bro. His name is popping. People like him, like for real. But he's gonna be a player.
Yeah,
he gonna be a player, and he's short too. He's like what 5'4".
Yeah, he's a short dude.
He's a short dude, but he put in that work.
What's up, DB? Salute, DB. Hey,
DB, what's up?
Hey, He's with Manny Pacquiao. Manny
Yes.
Pacquiao promote him.
Yes.
So he definitely can get some looks, yo.
But that's why I guess that's why his name. It's crazy you said that because I'm like I didn't know why his video was still doing all these numbers. Like it's an old behind video too, and it got like 7,000 views, and I'm getting like a couple hundred every week, and I'm like, why is people still? I just responded to a comment today on that video, and because I think somebody got mad because I said it was an upset, and I was like, yo, Matisse was the favorite.
Yeah,
Going into that fight with Cruz, I was like, Matisse was the headliner of the card.
Hey, you gotta check your analytics, yo, on your YouTube studio. I bet you got hella Filipino guys watching your shit.
I probably
you know
do.
what I'm saying? Yo, I did a AB Pacquiao breakdown. That's still my best video. Like I had like 65% from Philippines, bro. I was like, damn, I gotta talk more about Manny, bro.
More.
Right.
Yo, they follow something crazy. I know my homie did a video on Emmanuel Tegu, and he had a bunch of his people listening to the video. It's crazy how YouTube work, man. It's crazy. The videos that you think is hot don't get as many views as the ones that you kind of like lukewarm on. You know what I mean? Like it's weird, man. Like it's really weird. I go down on YouTube, man, for sure.
What I noticed is like fighters, they like when you big them up and like you talk about them. If you add them on Twitter or hit them up on IG, they like it, yo. Because I on my IG, I just talk about a bunch of fights and stuff.
Bro, IG. Listen, I'm gonna tell everybody that's in the chat. Let me get this out the way real quick. Yo, everybody that's in the chat, I personally check. I get probably about 60% of my boxing info from L Dub on Instagram. That's fact. Like that's facts. Like it's very few guys I'm checking for as far as like info. Like L Dub is one of them dudes. Like for real. So if you're not following him on Instagram, that's a must follow because Dub, like a lot of times you'll post fights that's coming up and you'll put it out there before it even hit my phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get a lot of my information from you. So you really doing some really, really great work. You know what I'm saying? And people need to start recognizing what you're doing for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different types of boxing coverage. And your coverage is different than a lot of other people because you'll hit up a fight that's mainstream and then you'll talk about a fight. And I know a lot of people be like, who the hell is L Dub talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a nice balance. It's a nice balance, man. So people in the chat, you're not following L Dub on Instagram, man. Like that's the place to be, like for sure. Like and Dub, we talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? To come down to these fights and stuff like that, man. So Saturday's fights, I was in a great mood.
I know, yo. I was hyped, yo. Hey, I appreciate that too, bro. I was happy, bro, because them guys put on. And like, a lot of people was like, man, this is the first boxing show since Ryan Garcia. But I'm like, man, boxing been on every week, damn near, you know what I'm saying? It's just the small cards, but yo, those guys put on, man. They put 122 at a good. Like, what's up, Ricky E? Ricky E 245, salute, bro.
What's up?
It put those guys in a better light because a lot of people don't check for those guys, man. But 122 popping, and like on my Instagram, like when I be posting these guys and these fighters, they be hitting me up like, "Yo, how you know?" Or "Man, I appreciate it." You know what I'm saying? Because I try to hit up everybody, female boxers.
Yeah,
everybody.
hell yeah. I don't. Yo, you know who I wish was at 122 still? Emmanuel Navarrete.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh man, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy, bro.
Yeah, it would.
That'd have been crazy. Because what is he at? 120? He at 126 now?
Hit 126. Yeah.
Bro, Navarrete at 122 now, bro, would be insane. Like that. Yo, if he was back down at did Isaac Dogbay move up to 126?
He moved up, but I think he was trying to move back down to fight Michael Conlan. Remember that was gonna fight on on the third card.
Yo, Dogbay and Leo would be a good fight. and Dog Bay and Leo.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That'd be a real good. That'd be a real good fight. That'd be a real good fight. If them two went back down to 122, man, like that'd be like the second best division in boxing in terms of guys actually makeable fights on top of talent. When you ask people what's their opinion of divisions, they think of names and that's it. I'm like, what fights can be made? That's the most important thing with division. And I hate that it's like that, but that's the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Ricky 245. He said he get most of his information from you too, bro. Trust me, it don't happen. It ain't gonna happen.
I appreciate that, bro. Keep tuning in, man. There's more coming.
Sure.
It's another guy 122 that we ain't talked about, but I think he can do some things too. He had a great performance against Luis Neri his last fight. That guy Aaron Alameda.
Yeah,
he boxed pretty good now.
Yeah, bro. You know what? They can do a they could do a World Boxing Super Series
I
at
know.
122.
I know.
At 122, that would be actually. You know what? They can get with the World Boxing Super Series. What, like 8 guys? Guys?
Eight.
Yeah, and we need more We need more stuff like that too, like World Boxing Super Series. Like, cause I like the one at cruiserweight, and it didn't get that much. It didn't get that much attention.
I think every division need one, especially the divisions that has 4 champions. You know what I'm saying? Like 130. 130 need one.
Yeah.
And like 115, 112. Like these, like it's a lot of these divisions, they got some good champions, but they kind of like circling each other. So when you put them in the ring with each other, you'll have some great fights, and then you'll have fans that don't normally tune in to smaller guys. They'll be watching. You feel me?
Right.
So that's what we need.
And you know the thing that's crazy. I had somebody ask me about the whole, like franchise belt, super champion, regular champion. And I was like, the thing that's crazy. I'm like, I told the person, I said, listen, I said, it's all about sanctioning fees. I said, but they can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I was like, they can get rid of all of those belts and just attach a sanctioning fee to any fight that's in the top 15. And they're still gonna get their sanctioning fees, but it's gonna be clarity as far as the division. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
Yeah, I'm like, it's no regular champ. Like, you trying to explain that to a casual, like, they gonna get a headache, bro. They're gonna get a headache. Like, it's like, oh, well, you got the super champion, then you got the regular champion, then you got the interim champion, then you got the gold belt. And then, you're trying to explain, we're trying to convert casual fans to hardcores. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to churn casuals into hardcores when you're trying to explain the politics of it, and they like, yo, this is too much to be trying to understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I feel you.
It just needs to be cleaned. It needs to be cleaned up. Like, take Pacquiao and Thurman. Thurman was a super champion. Pacquiao was a regular champion. They fought for the actual belt. I'm like, if you're gonna have those, you got to make the other person their mandatory.
Right.
Whoever the regular champion is, you got to make them the mandatory for the super champion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
It's too cloudy because sometimes the interim champion is the mandatory. Sometimes I don't even know how they do it, bro. For real, because they got 4 champions in one division, and we don't know who the mandatory. Like when James Tennyson, when he fought on Matchroom last month, and Eddie Hearn was like, "Oh, this is a title eliminator." I'm like, for who?
For who? Exactly.
You got Tank, you got Teofimo, you got Mindy, you got Rolly. Which one, bro? Pick one.
Yeah.
So what's up, Jimmy?
Rolly coach. He said Rolly was a champion. I was just like, I said, where? Like, I said, what? I said, I know he has an interim belt, but I was like, that's not the real deal. I'm like, Teofimo has all of the belts. Like, that's just what it is. Like, he beat the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he beat the man, and I'm like, the WBC making it so cloudy, especially with like Devin Haney and all that. And I'm like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Like, I didn't even mind Lomachenko, bypassing Devin Haney because he went for unification. So I didn't mind it. But I'm like, Devin Haney, if you're gonna put him in that status, I'm like, you need to give him a shot.
Right.
You gotta give him a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't count the regular belts. I don't count that. If you ain't the super champion, then I don't consider you the champion. You know. I don't. That's crazy. And you know what? And it's crazy. The only way they stop is if the fighters stand up because it's a hustle, right? So if
Yep.
you got to hustle and nobody gonna stop it, if you selling like certain stuff you ain't even supposed to sell, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna stop doing that. That's basically what they're doing. It's a money grab. So I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jalik. I'm like, they can still grab their money. Just base the sanctioning fees off the rankings. They can even do top 20. They can do anybody that's in the top 20 that fights is a sanctioning fee. And just get rid of the belts. I'm like, they can still get their money. The fans will be happy because it ain't 6-7 belts floating around. I'm like, everybody's happy.
Right.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because everybody has a belt. Like, you can purchase a belt online. Like you're saying, like it's crazy.
I
Did
You
know.
know
y'all
what
see,
I'm saying?
so David Benavidez is gonna fight Ronald Ellis. That's solid. Ronald
Yeah.
Ellis. It looks like Boots and Sergey Lipinets came to an agreement. So all these guys are saying Boots ain't fighting nobody compared to Victor Virgil Ortiz is gonna be there. So I think they fighting in April.
That's a
So
good
that's
step. What's hey D-Lo 404 boxing salute, bro. I appreciate the super chat, bro. Salute.
cut that out. Bang. Come here. Bang.
D-Lo, salute.
Yeah, I like that Lipinets fights for Boots, man. I think
Yeah.
Lipinets is tough enough to be able to take that beating because I think Boots go. It's a bad matchup for Lipinets, man. You got a fast guy. They got fast hands and good feet, and you right there to get hit. He don't do nothing special but to come forward. You know what I'm saying? So
He gonna
that's
meme him. He gonna be
but
a
he
good meme.
need that. Boost need that fight though. He need that fight for credibility since Lipinets he got a little clout right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one.
It might slide him quickly up to the almost number one spot in the IBF. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the IBF they lead a number 1 and number 2 rankings open. Dub, you already know that.
Yeah.
Who did Ronald Ellis just fight? Rashidi brother. Who did he just fight?
Korobov. He fought Matt Korobov.
Oh, got her. Okay, so a good fight for David Benavidez. Yeah.
He was losing that fight too, though.
Yeah.
Korobov
was taking on the school,
yeah,
bro.
he was putting them paws on him.
Yeah.
That should be easy work for Benavidez. That should be easy work. If he's in shape after like a 12-week camp or something like that,
Man, 12 weeks,
12,
bro.
14
Man,
weeks.
this better be the best you ever look, bro. 12
He
weeks.
should.
So
He
if
should.
listen though, you got like they must have did they must have did an intervention with this dude telling him about he got to make weight because he went into camp like right in like the beginning of December through Christmas. He got a newborn baby. He missed all of that. Then he got to fight in March. So they must have had a sit down with him.
You know what they probably told him, Dub? They
What's
probably
that?
put a big fine. They probably put a big fine for his next couple fights if he missed weight.
Because he messed up that Canelo money.
He messed up that Canelo money, and that's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about. If he mess up if he keep on coming in overweight,
He says Boots and Ortiz. I think Ortiz is more closer to a mandatory because he's number 2 in the WBO than Boots. But I think this fight with Lipinets got to be some type of eliminator or something on the line. So he might be right there too. You never know.
Virgil and Maurice Hooker supposed to be fighting.
Yeah, that's March the 20th. Yo, hey, the schedule looking good, bro.
I'm in boxing heaven right now, man. If I can get boxing every week or every other week and it's a solid card, I'm cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard. I'm gonna have to rely on you, L Dub, because I'm not gonna watch this Caleb Truax. I can't, man.
Hey, you gotta watch the co-main though, at least.
Bro.
Coffee versus
Rock and Polite Coffee.
Twitter thing, L, round by round. I can't watch this shit, bro. I can't, bro.
Hey, man. Hey,
I can't watch him, bro. I can't.
Hey, Jalik, I'm watching, bro. I'm watching all of it, man. I keep you posted, baby. I got
you. Twitter thing, bro. I watch y'all on Twitter instead of that fight. I can't do it.
I got you.
Hey, I'm hyped about the Money Rock, bro.
That's a good fight.
Let me take my dog. I'll be right back. Let me take my dog over.
right.
bro.
I hit up Malik Scott about that. He was like, "What, they fighting? They gonna give him?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Evander Habison, she's fighting March the 13th
March 13th. Yep.
against former world champion Layla McCarter."
That's a good fight.
Yep, that's a good fight.
That's a good fight. Yeah, that Darmani Rock, Michael Polite Coffee. That's a good scrap. That's a good scrap. The only thing with that, bro, is it's been a year since Darmani Rock has fought, and then Michael Polite Coffee just fought, I think, in December.
Yeah,
he just fought in December, so he's been relatively busy, even though his level of competition is not that high. But the winner of that fight should get some action at heavyweight, because the heavyweights need some new blood, man. There's a bunch of like known names floating around. They need some new blood, man, especially PBC side. They need some new blood.
I think the winner of this fight, I can see them in with somebody like Gerald Washington before they take another step.
I think both of them beat Washington too.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good step. Gerald Washington on his way out. So
yeah,
you always, but this is a good fight though.
This a real good fight, underrated fight. Cause Coffee come to scrap. Coffee throw hands like it's like Darmani Rock's not gonna just be able to walk in there and just do what he want. Like, and I'm from Philly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Philly, like Rock from Philly. Yeah. But I know a good fight when I see one. That's gonna be a good heavyweight scrap for sure. But yeah, Gerald Washington will be a good fight for the winner.
Yeah.
That'll be a real good fight for the winner. And then if they can get past Gerald Washington, they can fight somebody like Adam Kovnatski.
Yep, true.
That'll be a good scrap.
Man, I'm loving this schedule though, because like boxing on, like I ain't the one to complain when you got boxing on two different channels at the same time, because I got like 3 or 4 devices, bro.
That's what DVR is for.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I'll just be like, all right, I ain't gonna watch. Like, I know who's gonna win this. I DVR that, but I'm watching this. I gotta watch this. And then some guys that, like for example, the 13th, February 13th, is gonna be crazy with JoJo Diaz, and you got Joe Smith Jr. Like, whenever Joe Smith Jr. fighting, I'm watching. I don't care who else fighting. I'm watching that shit. I love some Joe Smith Jr., bro. But then I flip back over and you know what I'm saying, I catch it. You know what I'm saying, but I'll be going back and forth, bro. And then once I'm done, and if I want to make sure if I miss something, I'm gonna go back and watch it in detail. So when I do my videos, if I gotta break it down or something, I got you. But hey, I'll be going back and forth like I have both my shit, got the computer, the TV. I'll be ready, bro.
Oh yeah, I'll be having the TV on upstairs, downstairs, the laptop, the phone. Like it's crazy. Like it's real crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
listen, bro, I got to tell you
multiple cars on the same night.
I gotta confess, yo, to the chat. Y'all probably already know this shit, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Yo, I'm addicted to boxing, bro. Like I got boxing playing on my phone right now. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular fight. I don't even know who fighting. There's boxing on. Like after I get off of here, I'm gonna watch a fight. You know what I'm saying? I watch a random fight. I go to BoxRec sometimes. As soon as I click on BoxRec, you know how they have like a showcase fight, like who gonna fight? They'll have the picture. I click on them and click on their last fight and watch them. This is random. Yo, I'm addicted, bro. I don't know if I gotta go see somebody about this or keep watching.
Bro, you ain't gotta you ain't gotta see nobody. When I go to a fight, bro, like I'm there like before they set up everything. Like I'm there before all the concession stands is opening up. Like that first fight that's on the card, that 9 TV fight, like I'm one of the few in the crowd. I'm there with the family members. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm there with the family members, and I'm like, I'm just sitting there. I'm just watching. Like when I went to the Beterbiev and Volzdik fight, like when I got the credentials for that, I was there from the jump. Like they didn't even have the media section set up yet as far as the tables and the chairs. I was sitting in the crowd. Like I was sitting in the crowd, bro. I got that same thing, bro. I get mad. You know, you got it bad when you get pissed off when you miss a fight or you miss a card or you forgot to record it and you get pissed off. You got it bad. That's me. Like, I don't care what card it is.
He said, "Who you
You
think
know what
got
I'm
more
saying?
power, Rock or Coffee? Who you think got more power?"
I think Coffee got more crack.
Yeah,
I think
I
Coffee
was about
got
to say,
more crack. I think he sit down on his shots more. But I think Rock got a solid shot too, though. Like
yeah,
Rock is skilled. Rock is skilled big man, and it's hard to find skilled big men. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
No, yeah, he's a big dude, and he was like a couple fights away for the Olympics, right? Being an Olympian, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, Rock is very skilled as a big man. He's very skilled. So he get past this fight. Like that'd be like even guys. I think guys at PBC they just need to go. Al Heyman need to let them venture out and go fight on other networks because there's nothing popping in PBC when it comes down to heavyweights.
Nope.
It's nothing popping. Like imagine like Darmani Rock and the FA Joppa. That's a fight, bro.
That's a good fight right there.
That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It's so many matchups that can be made. I just think Al has hundreds of fighters, but if you think about it, the only cards that he have is Showtime and Fox, and he puts on trash main events on Fox, and then Showtime is hit or miss. The card from Saturday, that was the best card they've put on Showtime in a while, like
Facts.
top to bottom.
Yeah, probably the best card since the Charlo card, really.
Since the Charlo card, that was the best card they put on. That Charlo pay-per-view card. That was a card that they used to have when they first came out, and they was putting all them good ass cards on Showtime for free.
Yeah,
that was one of them type cards. But that was the card. That was the fight card of the year. That Charlo pay-per-view. That joint was stacked.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I even liked the little break in between, bro. Got me something to eat and whatnot. Came right back.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was straight.
Yeah, I was cool with that. I was complaining. I was like, man, I went in the kitchen and set right back up.
Man, I'm in boxing heaven, man, because I remember like maybe 10 years ago, it'd be a good fight like in the UK, like Kessler versus Calzaghe or Kessler versus Froch. You got to get a bootleg ass stream to watch it. Now, all you got to do is click the zone, bro, or you'll have a clear screen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can actually be a boxing fan for real, instead of hearing it third hand or have to wait till you get the YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I'm like, that's why I can't be pro one network or one promotional company. Like I'm like, yo, I got to cover the whole sport. If it's a Top Rank card going down, I love when Top Rank was putting cards on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was good. Like I was good. And then I was like, they was giving young dudes opportunities. 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is like 4-2. And they had them starting off them cards. And I'm like, we need to pay attention to that. I'm like, I know Top Rank and Bob Baron get a lot of shit, but I'm like, if you really pay attention to what they doing, I'm like, they giving a lot of dudes opportunities. They giving a lot of. They had dude from Philly, Rasheem Jefferson. They done had him a couple times on ESPN. Like I'm like, dudes are getting shot on ESPN and they're 8 fights in. Like that's you couldn't get that 5 years ago, 10 years ago. HBO day? Are you crazy? Like you wasn't seeing that. You wasn't seeing guys until they had like
20 fights. Yeah, 20 fights.
Facts.
Yo, I got a playlist on my channel. It's called Bubble Fights. I did a pre-fight and a post-fight. Like every fight, yo. I got like it's like maybe 60-some videos on that shit. Cause I cut, man. Cause people, yo, I was listening to a lot of like YouTube channels. They was like, oh man, boxing is dead, man. Blah blah blah. People was going back. They was going back watching old fights and fights they should have been watched. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Duran, Leonard Hearns, they watching fights they should have been watched. But I'm like, nah, bro. I've been watched those. I'm good. I'm about to watch these new fights. So that's one because I had my channel for a minute, but I was like kind of stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What I'm gonna do, man? I was like, fuck it, yo. Like last May, I just started going ham with videos. You know what I'm saying? So and then that's when Shakur came out. I went and broke down that fight. I broke down all the fighters on the card, and I started learning more about boxing. Like that Mike Plania fight with Joshua Greer Jr., he wouldn't have got that opportunity if he was like, you know what I'm saying, if it was not no pandemic, he wouldn't have got that
Oh
opportunity.
yeah,
He beat him. You
that was
remember
a
that fight?
horrible matchup for Greer. That was a
Right.
horrible matchup for Greer because I'm like Joshua Greer is not good enough to handle that type of an opponent change that late.
Exactly.
Like he's not like people think last minute replacement. I'm like, yo, that's hit or miss. That's really hit or miss. I was like, you can get a guy that's like a dog, like, and it's a bad matchup. That's exactly what that was. I'm like, because of the pandemic, you know, he got that opportunity. And if it wasn't a pandemic, Greer probably would have got a bum or something. He'd have got a layup.
Yep. And
You know what I'm
they
saying?
had to put on good fights, and he kept getting hit with the same left hook, bro. So
Bro,
it's like
that left hook. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, it's the shot that you don't see.
right. Yeah, bro. So yeah, man. I be like, I hear boxing channels say that, man. Boxing is dead. It's
Beauty
trash.
of the shot that you can't see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what be getting me, yo. I be hearing boxing channels like bigging up the UFC and this, that, and the third. I'm like, man, like but see, like when UFC do something big, they talk about it. But then when they have little cards like boxing do too. Like they have fight night. I got UFC Fight Pass. I be watching it sometimes. They have fights on all the time, but they never talk about them shits. But as soon as boxing get a bad rating, then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Like to me, they ain't really boxing fans. They just here just for whatever. Like me, I ain't going nowhere, bro.
Hell no. Listen, and you know what? And you know what, Dub? The thing that's crazy, I have a bunch of MMA people that on Instagram that reach out to me and be like, yo, you need to start covering MMA. Because they see what's going on as far as boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's exactly right. Like when you think of UFC, you think of the top 10, 15 guys, and that's it. But I got MMA people in my DMs on Instagram, and they like, yo, you need to start covering our sport. Like they literally was trying to get me to interview them. And I'm like, I didn't know who they was, bro. Like real shit. I didn't know who they was, but they see that I'll interview people that may not be known to the general public, but I'll interview anybody. I'll interview anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, if you just getting your career started, if you had a slow start in your career, I mean, the guys that's training with Caleb Truax now, those are my guys. Cruz Hitman Stewart, Antonio T. Woods, they out of Minnesota. They both fight at 160. And with Cruz Hitman Stewart, he was on the same Olympic team with Wilder and them. Wilder, Gary Russell, and he caught a drug case. He did 3 years in jail. He came out of jail. He ain't started his career back up until he was 30. But he like 8-0. He 8-0. He was on the last Showtime before the pandemic. Let me tell you how crazy. Let me tell you how crazy this shit is, Dub. He literally his girl had twins the week of the fight, right? He couldn't get no sparring because of the pandemic, and he didn't sleep 4 days straight, and had to fight a 6-round fight on Showtime.
Wow.
And he won the fight and he got a knockdown in the fight.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. So as people don't be doing these backstories as far as boxers, what they through outside of the ring to even get to the fight. I mean, we talking weight cut, money issues, business stuff, management stuff. Like I'm tapped into all of that shit. And I'm like, people don't realize what goes on behind the scenes in the sport of boxing. I'm like, Dub, I got it just as bad as you do. Like real shit. I got it just as bad as you do. I'm like, I told my wife, I said, if they would pay me the same amount as I make in my regular job to do boxing, and that's it, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I would too, bro. I would too. I was thinking about because I was like going back and forth, and Julie used to tell me to do this shit. Like I should do like my own like matchmaking or some type media type shit, right? So I was thinking about because I'm close to LA. I'm in the middle between LA and Vegas. So And when the like it wasn't COVID, it was popping. It was fights like every weekend. So I was thinking about Moonlight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna go to a fight, bro. Just gonna get a camera, give me a little stuff. You know what I'm saying? To do interviews and just go on my own accord. Because like when I go to fights, I be seeing hella fights. I just come up to them like, "Yo, what's up, chop chop? What's good, bro?" We be chopping up, whatever, talk about whatever. So I know who they are. So it's not like I'm like starstruck because I feel like I've been knowing you for years because I've been watching all your fights. So I was thinking about doing that shit, bro. Just going one day.
Matchmaking is where it's at, bro. Because I'm like, it's like that. Yo, that's the majority of a person's career. I'm like, if you got somebody in your corner that can match you up correctly in terms of fights, and I'm not talking like ducking people, but just style match. Like, yo, bro, I would do wonders for Mayweather Promotions. I would do wonders for them in terms of matchmaking. They guys, they are horrible at matchmaking. They guys, like, for example,
they put them in with a hard fight too soon.
Kevin Newman. I think Kevin Newman.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
He put it. His late replacement was Gents Plana. I said Gents Plana is probably one of the worst guys you can fight on short notice.
Right.
He might be the most awkward fighter in the sport. And I was like, it was criminal because Roy Jones was training. You know what I'm saying? He was training Kevin Newman. And I'm like, Roy Jones fought one of the most awkward fighters of all time in Montel Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
And Montel Griffin gave him hell in that first fight. Not because he was that good. It was because he was that awkward.
Yeah.
I'm like, even Roy Jones would have looked at that and been like, you know what? We're not taking Gents Plana. I'm like, you Mayweather Promotions. I'm like, you can find another opponent outside of that. Going into the fight, I was like, yo, bro. I'm like, that's a bad style matchup. I'm not saying Kevin Newman can't fight. I'm like, yo, that's a bad style match. They put their guys up against the worst style matchups. Like Rolly and Jackson Marinas. That's another example. Like Rolly should have Marinas. Like that's a horrible matchup.
Yep.
Horrible
like I'm not saying I'm not a competitive guy, but you see Rolly in the ring all the you see him in the gym all the time. And once you realize that Jackson Marina is working with Robert Garcia, you should have been like, nah, hold on, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna circle back around and get him. Because I'm not saying be scared of Robert Garcia, but you see, look, this is the prime example. Going back to the bubble, he had a lot of guys in the bubble. He just told them to get ready, and they was in there winning fights. That's why I was saying, yo, he can win Fight of the Year just off the bubble. Because look what even Louis Correa, he almost like I thought he gave Blue Nose Lopez hell. And,
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And the Olympian guy from Brazil. And then Franco beat the hell out of Maloney. You feel me?
Yeah, Maloney got robbed in that second fight though. They was bugging with that.
Yeah, the second fight, yeah, but you see what I'm saying though. So
yeah.
If you was on your P's and Q's as me as a matchmaker, I'm like, hold on, man. Robert Garcia on a roll right now. He got these boys ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? He been in the bubble. He been active. A lot of people haven't been active, but he been active in the bubble. Got guys sparring each other. Jackson Marinas was sparring Virgil Ortiz. He had a fight in July. So you gotta be thinking like, hold on, bro. Like that's what I'll be doing. Matchmaking go down. I'm looking at your whole team. You feel me? I'm looking at your whole team. I'm not just looking at the matchups.
And the thing is, with matchmaking, you have to have a little bit of the media in you to be good at it, because you got to know what's going on behind the scenes. Because you might look at a name and be like, "Oh, all right, that name is cool for my guy." But if you know people that's in the gyms and things like that, you gonna have people in the gyms like, "Yo, like, no, you don't want to fuck with him right now." Like he, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you get that inside information. You gotta have that unbiased inside information to be a matchmaker. But I'm like, but when you in media, you know, I mean, Dub, you know what it is. Like, you know people. I get calls all the time of people. Like, I found out about Avery Sparrow like 6 weeks before this fight. They like, yo, he in camp working for something. We can't say, but I heard that like 6 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting that inside information that's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what guys is working, guys that's over. I know there's 5 fighters. I won't put their names out there, but there's 5 fighters that were getting prime offers for like top ranked cars, PBC cars, and they couldn't take them because they was overweight. They couldn't get
There you
down to
go.
the weight that they wanted.
So
You know what I'm
that's, I
saying?
know.
Guys is 30, 40, 45 pounds overweight. And like I
Damn.
know these dudes.
And
You know
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Robert Garcia though, because I'm pretty sure guys was bullshitting. They wasn't training, but he had those kids right, and they was performing well. That's like when your gym is doing good, like it's gonna rub off to everybody. You know what I'm saying? His gym was doing excellent, so it's like a carryover effect though. And this, go ahead.
That's why I was so disappointed with Sparrow, with Avery Sparrow, because the gym he was working out of, like they put in work, like they be in there like working. You know what I'm saying?
I like that coaching staff. That coaching staff, nice, bro. I like those.
They coaching staff is tough. You know what I'm saying? Rasheem Jefferson,
yeah. And Coach Anthony, right?
Coach Anthony, yep. Mm-hmm.
And what's the coach? What's the coach with Ray Ford? He with them too, right?
Yeah, he with them too. And then you got
Coach Reg.
Yes,
that's Tevin.
And then they be in the camp with Boozy Ennis and all of them. Like, so it's that whole camp like puts in work. So I was like, when I heard Avery Sparrow was training for like a good 5-6 weeks, I was like, oh, he gonna go in here and put in some work. But he, oh my God, like it's oh my goodness. Like, bro.
So it looks like I think somewhere on Instagram, homeboy look in shape. Like I heard he must got a fight lined up. Speaking of how y'all be saying people's got fights lined up, Heard look like he's in shape, bro. I don't know who he fighting. Let me ask you this: do you think that homeboy is making a power move and he's gonna be signing with Al Haymon? Because this is debunking a lot of stuff that we said about Al Haymon, that he ain't trying to give up none of his guys. So check this out. This is why I try to look ahead with Haymon. You gotta read between the lines with the guy. He gave Lipinets to Boots Ennis, but he hasn't really gave no big names welterweights to Crawford, who has a belt. So that shows me that, he be playing chess. That I don't know, man. He might be signed. I don't know. This seemed like he might be signing with Boots. I don't know. This seems different, bro.
I got something on that. I think the reason why Boots getting these opportunities, and I think he got Cameron Duncan, of course, but the biggest thing he got is Steven Espinoza. Steven Espinoza loved that dude, yo.
Yeah,
if he could, he'll sign him to like a 10-fight deal on Showtime. So I think he may have Al's ears, like, yo, Al, which welterweight you can give us that's kind of expendable. You feel me? Which one can you give us? So we can build up Boots, and then maybe he'll have an opportunity to sign Boots in the back end when he gotta get those big fights. But that's why I think it's more so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fact. That's fact. I agree with that, Jalik.
That's a strong move, bro. I won't be surprised, believe it or not, if like tease with Crawford fight Errol Spence. I think the young guys is gonna get to the point they just gonna have to take over, bro. Like, you sitting there marinating things, just take over. I know it's something that want to be built up, but they might do UK style. UK would make Joe Joyce and Homeboy and
Usyk.
No, the dude
Dubois. You talking about Dubois when he fought Dubois?
Do it.
Yeah.
James DeGale, George Groves, Chris Eubank, Billy Joe. They do their fights quick.
And they got another good fight. They got some good fights coming up. See, you're right though, Julie. They do match their prospects up real good. They got a welterweight fight that just got announced: Chris Congo versus Michael McKinnon. I know you never heard of those guys,
fight.
But those guys.
There you go.
No. I ain't trying to be funny now, but I'm just saying these guys.
How you know what I know, bro?
But these guys are ranked over there where Boots at. I think the guy McKinnon is higher than Boots in the WBO. So like that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. They match up their guys, their prospects up early.
And Jalik, you right. Hey, Jalik, you 100% right, bro. Because the UK been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're known for. Like they'll put their top prospects against each other, and they be like,
"You gotta stop." Nowadays, you just gotta, because you don't know what's gonna be around. hopefully all the young guys just like, because I'm tired of these guys just playing around.
You know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
over, bro. Take over
Yeah.
because this is going. You know how much they're going to be talking about this? Because if he knock out Hooker, right, and then Boots do it good, it's going to keep building up, and then I mean maybe they'll just say, you know what? But I get it. They both probably want a belt. Earl Spencer move, and I think Homeboy would beat Mando in the IBF. I think Steven Espinosa got some pull.
And you know another thing too, they fighting like 2 weeks apart from each other, so that's gonna that's what's up.
And Espinosa, you know, and the thing with Showtime, and I don't know if it's like they got a certain type of deal with Al Heyman, but I'm like, Showtime need to sign Boots, period. Like to something. And I think that's the problem with these networks. Like DAZN has a signature guy in Canelo. When you think of DAZN, you think of Canelo. Like even back in the day with like the HBOs and all of that, there was 5 to 6 fighters that were synonymous with HBO boxing. You know what I'm saying? On top of Boxing After Dark. Yeah. Like with Showtime, like when you think of Showtime, like there's no name that comes up in your brain when you think of Showtime boxing. When you think of boxing PBC on Fox, you don't think of one name or 2 names. Like they don't have a name attached to the network. And I'm like, oh, if Showtime and Espinosa signed Boots and just let him hit on some of these Showtime cards, I'm like, you're building the network. Like you're building the network and you're building the fighter like at the same time. And I'm like, I think that's part of the problem with boxing because networks are kind of just even with Top Ranking ESPN, there's no one fighter that's thought of when you think of Top Ranking ESPN.
Yeah, Tank strictly Showtime usually, but one thing is crazy. Boots was going to fight this year. You broke up, G5.
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
The thing about Boots, he basically fought 3 times last year, which is nice, and he went stay active, which is great. Like he don't mind. He stay in the gym. And he always ready. That's going to be good. So he constantly putting himself out there. We'll see, man. I won't be surprised if he signed with Heyman or something.
That's
because
good,
he's going to be the Mando by the end of the year. Him and Virgil, it'd be crazy if Boots is the Mando to Earl at IBF, and Homeboy is the Mando to Crawford at WBL. So they like either fight each other, or you're gonna have to fight one of these younger guys. This is dangerous.
Yo, this is a good fight with Lipinets because I think Lipinets is ranked all across the board except the WBA. So they can fight for a couple of those fringe titles to get them in a top 5, top 4 ranking. You know what I'm saying? Because Boots, he number 7. He's like number 12 in the IBF, but he's number 7 in the WBO, and he like number 11 or 12 in the WBC. So yeah, he right there. He right
That's
there.
what I'm saying. It happened so fast because I remember I was like, man, it's starting to happen because I got to look at the IBF joint, man, because I think he was 7, right? You said 7?
Yeah, I think he like 12 in the IBF, but that's what I was telling you before. Like
7.
I think he's 7 in the WBO. But that's what I was saying when remember we was talking about this before where I was like, yo, he gotta get active because I don't think it's that hard to get a ranking. And especially if you're gonna look like you've been looking, you're gonna start climbing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he right there.
Let me see this, bro. He moving fast. That's heavyweight. Let me see. Heavyweight, welterweight. Update. Let me see. Sean Porter. Oh yeah, I think something crazy gonna happen because Lipinets is 3, right? And Clayton is 4. So if he fighting Boots, who ranked number 10, and Rashidi Ellis 11, Maurice Hooker ranked number 8, he gonna skip him, right? Ain't that how it work?
I mean, yeah, he should be. You talking about the IBF? Where he at? Number 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say
3. So shouldn't he skip?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They gotta have some type of like a NAB, not NAB. What is it? USBA. Yeah, like have like a little belt, international belt to keep him in the top 3. So because the IBF, if you beat somebody, so if he beat the number 3 guy, he gonna take his spot. That's how the IBF do.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay, so
yeah.
if he be ranked number 3, you know, Sean Porter already said he ain't gonna fight him. So maybe they'll make that dude Caudrottillo I don't know if he's still having because they'll get rid of him. He better, but Errol Spence better hope Caudrottillo don't have no visa problems because he gonna be.
Nah, he over here. He fighting on. He fighting on Benavidez undercard like a little tune-up.
Oh, okay. So what'll happen is they'll make if Caudrottillo don't get it, they'll put Porter and Porter against Boots, or they just make Porter the Mando. But people already seen that, so maybe they should just do a fight off. He fights Sean Porter, and if Sean Porter want to smoke, and then he gonna have to fight Boots for it, and then that'd be nice.
Let me tell you what they can do for real though. Like,
yeah,
what your shit makes sense too, because he'll be right there in position. But
I'm on here. Yeah.
But okay, like Spence is the man, so he can call the shots. And if you remember, Lipinets and Clayton was for the IBF interim title, right? Now let's say Spence want to pursue a bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's with Ugas, if they get him the full WBA, he's not gonna fight Bud right now, or Pacquiao, right? Let's say he want to pursue that. He have enough clout to say, you know what? Like, let them guys fight for another IBF interim. If Boots when he beat Lipinets, he come number 3. You said Sean Porter don't want to fight him. So let's say it be Caudrottillo versus Boots for the interim title. You know what I'm saying? That could be that's another scenario, because like I said, Spence the man. He called the shots.
Yep. He either fight Crawford, fight Boots, or get a strap up and go to 154 and quit playing around. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's right there. He just need to do a little bit do some politicking. He's right there.
Yep. And then he does have Cameron Duncan, so Cameron Duncan is smart. Like, he knows something. He don't got the thing. And to believe it or not, Cameron Duncan, see, I listen to what he be saying. If you listen to his interviews, he don't say nothing negative about Al Heyman. He don't say nothing bad about Al Heyman. He gave Al Heyman his props. So I'm sure he got a good working relationship with Al Heyman. I remember he had Willie Nelson when Willie Nelson was fighting homeboy from Detroit,
Tony Harrison.
Yeah, he had Willie Nelson, so he was working with the guy. So
what's up, Supreme Beast Boxing? What's good, bro? Salute. We in here talking about some boxing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me find this. Let me. How you bring up the WBO? It's hard. Let me see.
WBO. Oh, you probably have to do
drop down box. You go.
Yeah, WBO. the drop down box.
Let me see. December.
But yeah, Boosie right up there. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what Spence mandatory do. Here they talking about they gonna push for the mandatory at the end of the year, but Spence, he can run shit and can say, you know what, hold off another year or hold off another few months, and I you know what I'm saying, let him fight Boots or whatever. Like, these politics is tricky.
I would say fight Lipinets and come back in June or July and fight Mean Machine or Clayton. Because Porter ain't gonna fight it right then, and Virgil Ortiz, because Virgil Ortiz ranked number 2.
Yeah, or Josecito Lopez. He fit right in that same line. Yeah, all those guys. Yeah, all those guys.
If he cause he higher than Hooker in the WBO. Yeah, he might as well fight Mean Machine, and that'd be a good one because they already got the little beef with Ray Robinson and Bozy. Yeah, or Clayton, and get Clayton out of there. And you know what? The more his profile, because it's obvious that they paying Lipinets some bread, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, he getting paid. Hey, but look, you see,
hey man, he probably get $1 billion.
Hey, you look at the WBO rankings, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at the WBO. Yeah,
you see that number 6 guy, right? That's what I was talking about. The UK prospect. He's about to fight the number 13 guy, Congo.
Oh, Congo. Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. They right in there with Boots. What Lipinets? Number 9. Okay. They should, man. Yeah, I'm kind of hyped about this shit, bro.
Yeah, he about to be, bro. He about to be man. All he gotta do is keep winning. He about to be man, though. Just like I said, he about to be up there where
I think he should be the man though for IBF because the IBF ain't gonna play games, so that's
They gonna
gonna
play. No, that's
it'll
facts.
speed up. It'll also speed up the that'll really put Errol Spence in a thing where like because that'd be stupid for him to fight Sennis for less money and that'd be dumb. That wouldn't be smart business instead of fighting Crawford. That'd be if he done that, bro. That'd be crazy to do that.
Yo, that's why I like breaking down these rankings, bro, because you'll see some shit like the number, like I'm on the IBF, the number 7 guy, Ivan Golub. He's trained by Andre Rozier. He bought the fight in February, so that's why I was saying that can be a fight for Boots if they can fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think once Boots fight Lipinets, he ain't going back in competition. It got to go forward, bro. Like Lipinets.
He won't be as active. He probably just be twice a year. But hey, he probably will want to do 3 times, but his paychecks to get higher pay him. But if he doing this without Heyman, but if he do sign without Heyman, I think he'll get Jose Cito next because people is like, first of all, with this stuff going on, and people like what fights they gonna get, and Heyman is gonna pay these guys. It's obvious that it's something like you said, Steven Espinosa. It's something that they're doing. Like he's not going to do that. He's not going to sacrifice that. He's getting that money. Heyman is smart.
You gotta be expendable. Like if you ain't the top guys, like he's not gonna get Danny or Sean or Keith. You know what I'm saying? He might not get Spencer unless he get to that position. But see, if he gonna work with Al Heyman, he gonna get, it's gonna be strategic to get to Spence. He not just gonna give you Spence. You got to go through like a gauntlet per se. You feel me?
That's the job though. Because I mean, if Lipinets is making like 350, but Boots he getting like 600, he like fuck it. And to be honest, Lipinets is looked at as a bigger threat than Jose Cito, believe it or not. Because Jose Cito been knocked out a couple times, right?
But Jose Cito been looking good lately though. He been looking good.
Saying he looking good, so I would hope to see that fight. But I don't see Cito ranked too high on none of them.
No, I think he's in the WBC. He only ranked in the WBC, I think. I gotta go there. But see, I mean, if you look at the division, you think about it. I'm on the IBF. You got Josh Kelly and Avanesian about to fight. They about to fight in a couple of weeks, February the
20th. Somebody, I think I seen him fight. I was like, bro, is that
who you talking about?
He fought somebody. I was like, this guy.
Who you talking about?
Josh Kelly.
Oh, Ray Robinson put those beats on him on the card.
Yeah, and they cheated him too, right?
Yeah, I thought he won that fight. They scored a draw, but they about to fight. So like it's like it's gonna get a point of time where they're gonna have to fight Boots.
People sitting out. So this stuff that's going on is actually probably a good thing now. Because you like, especially when they looking at paychecks and their money ain't there, they don't know, they gonna be like, man, forget it. It's gonna force them to fight, especially if they, they crunching their budgets up. They like, bro, and they trying to get subscribers because they losing subscribers and people in their ratings ain't there, and they trying to, because you got to I think ESPN, man, I think they about to lose Crawford soon. I think Crawford is out of there. And from a smart business perspective, Heyman ain't going to do that fight unless he's out of contract. Why would he do that? He can just put his contract up in October.
Exactly. I'm a bug guy, but he, you know what I'm saying? I admit he messes. He in a tough situation, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And part of that's on him. Hey, I'm going to screen share real quick. I'm going to show you the WBC rankings real quick. And then, you know what I'm saying, we got a few more minutes, but I want to show you this. I got all these rankings up here, bro. I mean, these shits knee deep. But let me see. Let me know if you can see that, man. I can make it bigger.
You can make it a little bigger?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So Sean Porter, Silver, whatever that means.
They got Boots number 12.
Okay. They still got American and Kell Brook. Come on, bro.
I know. So you see where Josecito Lopez is, right? So that tells me if he's gonna fight somebody, he's gonna fight somebody ranked in the WBC rankings. He's
Yeah.
because see that's why I be killing these narratives. They be like, oh, Booth's gonna fight. I mean, excuse me, Bud gonna fight Josecito. We just see Josecito not even in the WBO rankings. He ain't in none of the rankings except for the WBC. So before we start doing that, we gotta look at these rankings. So we gotta see who you think Josecito can fight next. You think Danny gonna come back and fight him? I mean, I don't know.
That could be one. He not gonna fight Virgil. Mean Machine is what he ain't gonna do that unless that fight will happen on the undercard of Crawford versus Spence.
Right.
Mean Machine versus Josecito. Josecito might fight the winner of the Avanasian and the other guy. Who Avanasian promoter?
He got a guy in he from Germany. He got one of those. No, he's with Povetkin's promoter.
Oh, okay. I think he'll fight the winner of them. I think he'll work with them.
Yeah, he can't. He's not gonna get number 8 guy, Quadratilo. He's the IBF mandatory. Why risk it against Josecito?
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Amir Khan and Kell Brook, they should fight each other.
Yeah, they should fight each other. Boots. That if Boots got that Quadratilo. Listen, I would be surprised, bro. Steven Espinosa, that's why I always was wondering why he gave up so much leverage to Al. Like, Steven Espinosa got more leverage than he realized. He can tell Al, like, look, bro, this is the fight we want right here. And if not, then what Al gonna do? Take his guy? I mean, hey, they make their subscribers don't even come from boxing. So, man, he can really pull his card and be like, bro, we want to see the Boots. Let them shine.
Yo, this how I be figuring out these matchups. Maybe this Talani guy, Rashidi Ellis. I doubt it. That'd be a good fight, but I don't think so. But see, Go ahead.
Ellis turned down Virgil Ortiz. That's what I heard.
Man, I heard that too, man. But I'm not sure. I think they got to build that fight up.
I don't know. What's the build up? He just came off a win. He was more active. But homeboy ain't fought since July. I'm like, I
say give him one more. Like, let him fight on the hooker card, and the winner they fight each other if they win. That's what I say. But
is he on the undercard?
Say it again.
Is he gonna fight on the undercard?
I'm not sure, but he should, because you got to think if they put them two together, then look at the assets that Golden Boy have now since they lost Canelo. They're gonna be holding on to everything they have, bro. Have them go different directions. You feel me? That's how I see it.
But I think Virgil will win that fight. Like, I think he can stop Rashidi, or at least beat him on by unanimous decision. So why not make that fight? And then if it just happened to lose, then you just start investing in Rashidi Ellis and building his name up. Because one thing about him, they don't put no investment in Rashidi. He did beat their other what's the Mexican guy, Rocha? He just beat him, so he's coming off a big win. He's undefeated. He's fast. And that will prepare him to face a guy like fight the same as Crawford. But I mean, if he started dealing with higher speed and things like that, because dude is fast. I think he's faster than Crawford.
Yeah, man. These rankings a trip, bro. You'll see some shit in there. You be like, how the hell?
What was bring that WBL done? That's the fakest one though, because they got
okay. All right, hold on. I got you.
Because I think one of them got Virgil Ortiz as like some gold champion.
Which one you want to see? WBO, WBA?
I just want to see the last one.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the WBA.
Yeah,
the WBA be tripping, bro. All right, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, WBA be on some other shit. WO, I think probably. I don't know. WO has some trash rankings too. You know what I'm saying? All of them got their little. I think the WBC got the best rankings though. Honestly,
you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let me see. WBC though, it's nice. But
let's see, kind of make this shit bigger. Damn, shit small.
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see it. All right. So you see, all right. Look at that shit, bro.
Oh, Rashidi number 5. Okay, Jesse Vargas. Okay, it's Conor Benn. I never seen him fight. Is he good?
Conor Benn straight. He fighting Sammy Vargas and
so they moving him. Okay,
April.
Okay.
This not a bad ranking right here. You see Jamal James. I think Jamal James gonna fight the number 3 guy next.
Is that the guy? he sound that name. He fought somebody recently.
He fought on
Like,
Christmas on show. He fought on Christmas on PBC, but he fought Besputin for the regular title, but Besputin tested positive.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
See, look, so Jesse Vargas.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still running. Like, what is he? He ain't trying to fight nobody, eh? I think.
So-
I think.
So if you notice, Keith Thurman only ranked in the WA and WBC. So if he's gonna have a get back fight, I'm looking at guys like the number 10 guy. He was
Yeah.
PBC. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I be trying to figure this shit out though. I look at these rankings, Joe. They'll tell you everything.
And reward and promote. Yeah, that's a little science to it.
Like okay. Like heavyweight like PBC been rocking with the WBA heavy. They got a lot of interim champions and shit. Now look, they got Wilder number 3, right? So I was noticing they brought everybody talking about, well, who Wilder gonna fight? He needs some comeback fights and all this shit. Bogdan Dinu came in number 9, bro, out of nowhere. He don't got no promoter. He don't got no ties to the United States. He's not even from here. He from Romania or some shit. How he get number 9? You know what I'm saying? So I be like, when I see that shit, I be like, yo, who he about to fight? And all these look at all these PBC guys: Wilder, Ortiz, Ruiz, Kornacki, Charles Martin, Areola. That's crazy.
Is Hunter with PBC now? Because I know he's a free agent.
Nah, he's free agent. Then you got Sanchez, Wallin.
Wallin is PBC, right? He fighting on Showtime.
He's fighting Brazil. So
like,
so don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Bogdan Dinu get a big fight, whether it's Luis Ortiz.
The interim champ.
Who's that?
He the interim champ.
Man, this dude, he beat this how trash these rankings are. He beat BJ Flores, the former cruiserweight, for the title like 2 years ago. He haven't fought since. He about to fight. Hopefully, he fight Char on Friday. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Hold on." He said, "There's a rumor that Khan and Brook." Yeah, I watched that fight, Khan and Brook. That might be fun. Both of those guys passed their prime.
Yeah, that's a grudge match.
He said, "Khan is wet." Shit. But yeah, so what's you want to go to WBO?
I think we already looked at it. Well, I seen it. WBOs is fire, bro. I think the WBO, they got Porter number 1, Virgil Ortiz number 2, Mikey, Clayton, Mean Machine, McKinson, and Boots, and Hooker, and Lippin. Yo, I think WBF rankings. What you think?
That for welterweight, that shit nice, but not for all their rankings ain't like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, let me see. Man, can I make that shit bigger? Can you see that shit? That's too small.
Nah, you took it off. You took it off the screen.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's just a little taste on how I be doing that shit though, bro. That's how I be coming up with these shit. She said the rankings are all over the place.
Bro, I'm gonna come to your Twitter and follow it. You know, only way I turn it on if you tell me it's like must see TV, some back and forth drops or something. Other than that,
I got you. No, I understand though. I would say tune in on the 13th though. Like you got a couple of good fights on there. I know I don't expect nobody. Huh?
Joe Smith, I'm watching Joe Smith.
Yeah, Joe Smith, that's my guy, bro. I like him. You gotta watch JoJo too. And
JoJo.
And Teixeira versus Castano.
Who?
Teixeira versus Castano, WBO title.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that because I want undisputed, so I'm pulling for Castano. Plus, I think he done good against Laura. I'm pulling for Castano because that'll make it easier. But that'd be foolish for Golden Boy not to make the fight with Charlo.
I know
when this guy had a chance to be undisputed. That'd be foolish when he doesn't really have too much leverage. That'd be a cock blocking move. Even if he,
especially for the fans too. But you know what I'm saying? Would they risk that to fight Charlo, knowing that they the big underdog, or they go down to Australia and fight Tim Tszyu for a big bag? You know what I'm saying? That's how these promoters be thinking though.
But Al Heyman is gonna have to pull up that bread though if he want his guys. You know what I'm saying? He put up, he didn't put up the money for Wilder to fight Charles Martin, and he gave, but AJ and put up that bag, so he gonna have to put up that bag because that'll make Charlo in a position as a super boss. Where now, in order to fight the belt, then you gotta go through him for all 4 straps. He'd be on his Bernard Hopkins thing after he beat Trinidad, you know.
Yep. He said, "Where you rate JoJo at 130?" I think JoJo probably number 2. He's number 3. He's number 3.
Yeah. Tank Bichelle.
Yeah, he probably number 3.
Yeah, he might because homeboy nice Bichelle. I got a funny feeling about that fight. I think Bichelle gonna win, but I don't know.
You think Valdez gonna do something, right? Because I've been thinking like that too.
I just think he might just pull something out the hat because everybody down. He been looking trash. Maybe all his training with Reynoso will finally come through and he'll tap. Because homeboy he like Ryan Garcia. He keep his chin up in the air. But yeah.
Hey, I was thinking that too. I'm thinking Valdez can. He can box a little bit better than he was. He just can't get hit from long range. But
yeah, Burchell's coming. I think Burchell gonna move up in weight. I don't think he gonna fight. I don't think he gonna fight Shakur. I think he gonna drop the belt and move up.
Oh yeah, me too. And hey, look, that's if Valdez win, you pretty much got to give Reynoso Trainer of the Year. Off the strip of that, and we in February for real.
Last year, I said he's early front runner. I was like, "Yep, that's gonna be big." I think Shakur gonna move up to 135 at the end of the year or early next year. I think so, bro.
Man, I want to see him unify 130. If he get the belt, he got some good fights though. He got JoJo. JoJo still there.
You think JoJo?
I think JoJo will fight him.
I think JoJo will fighting, but Jamel Herring, I think, is about to retire because I think this is he out with Frampton. He about to retire, even if he was to beat Frampton, or he'll lose and Frampton and be forced to fight him. But I know he put in it with his lawyer. Is that fight even gonna come off because he put in with his lawyer since they didn't make the fight by December the 31st? What's the latest on that?
Yeah, I haven't heard none of that since then, but I think that they still fighting, like with or without the belt. They still fighting. I think they probably reached some agreement. Like, listen, you got the winner, bro. Just chill. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you seen boxing scene. The number 2 guy from Africa, he called out Shakur. He was like, "Look, let's just fight for the interim title." You know what I'm saying? He said, "I feel Shakur, JoJo." Oh, Chris Colbert. I forgot Chris Colbert.
Oh yeah, but he got one of those secondaries, so he gonna have to make his name like there.
Yeah,
he don't be calling out Stevenson. That's the fight he should be calling. I heard he sparring, but sparring is sparring. We'll see.
Yo, those good fights right there.
Yeah, because none of them gonna fight Tank. I doubt if Tank fight any of them, but I think he's gonna force to. That's why this Ryan Garcia situation is interesting. Tank gonna have to fight somebody. You can't just be a pay-per-view star without fighting nobody.
Yo, bro, if Tank fight Abner Mares, bro, yo, that's it, bro. I ain't able to deal with it.
Yeah, me neither. Because first of all, I feel bad for him because when I look at his eye, I feel so sorry for him, man.
I know.
It's messed up, bro. Is he tired?
Man, I heard he was in camp. Oh, he's in like some pre-camp.
I hope not. I literally won't even watch it, bro. I'm that disgusted in that fight. I literally will skip it.
Nah, I won't watch it either.
He's very exciting to watch, but I don't want nobody. I don't want him to be another my favorite fighter, like one of my favorites, Israel Vasquez. I don't want that, man. That's sad, bro.
If they put that fight on pay-per-view, I'm not getting it. I'm gonna watch it, but I ain't getting it. If they put it on Showtime, I'm a DVR that shit. He said about
that goes to show you that something that Tank does that they not, like you said, with matchmaking that they're not comfortable with.
They're not.
I know it's something with his work ethic or something behind the scenes that you know.
See, I don't like that fight, but I think he can slide. He probably can get away with fighting Fortuna on pay-per-view if he build the undercard. Like, let's say he fight Fortuna and then put Badu Jack and Pascal Part 2 on there, and then another good fight. You know what I'm saying? Like 50-50 fights on the undercard. That would sell because some people they were gonna come out to see Tank fight, and he gonna fight a guy that's crafty and gonna come to win. But Abner Mares though, like,
But so
come
Diaz
on,
fight
bro.
that would sell. That'd be interesting because people would give JoJo Diaz, especially if he look good, and
Mhm.
especially if JoJo Diaz beat Tevin Farmer. They can make up a story like, oh, you didn't fight Farmer, I beat Farmer. And plus that he got MTK Global now, so he got a bigger presence behind him.
Yep, and JoJo know how to sell a fight. He know how to speak English. That's another big key.
And MTK Global is making their presence known, and they're definitely fight Tank because everybody will fight Tank because he like the biggest name. Like everybody ain't gonna fight him. So
He said Tank ain't moving back to 135. I don't know if he can stay disciplined. Yeah, see, that's another good thing, man. When we gotta keep saying that, my man Chris, that is he disciplined enough to make 130? Because I think 130 right now, he should clean that up. He got like 2 good fights at 130. If he don't want to fight everybody, you got Burchett. That's a good ass fight. And then Jojo Diaz, and he can move up then after that if he can't make the weight. Because but
they keep
I'm
saying
with you.
that's why I'm thinking that the Ryan Garcia is capped because he knows his leverage. Ryan Garcia is like the star recruit that it can use. You know how it is when you that guy, you
Yeah.
can go, you can use them against them. Like Auburn, they for my mom a house in a in a Chevy Tahoe. Then you go to Alabama and be like, hey, they offer me this, they offer my sister a job, a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's basically doing by using Pacquiao's name right now because everybody want him because he's the piece of the puzzle to do a pay-per-view fight, even
Right.
for TV. So what he's doing is kind of I'm tired of it. I don't want to see that many Pacquiao, but I know what he's doing. He's actually
Yeah.
increasing his actually.
I ain't mad at the fight if that was like a real legit fight. If my man talking about I want to test myself up to 147 and I want that fight, I wouldn't be too mad at it. I knew, you know what I'm saying? He going because I respect him testing himself. But what I don't like about it is they talking about it's gonna be an exhibition, then they talking about it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, it's gonna be a catch weight. And man, that's too much fluff in the game, bro. You feel me? Just
It's a limit. It's
mhm.
it's I mean, you can do it behind the scenes because I say Mikey is the realest one that say they own balls. He the realest in boxing that as really his own balls. That's also not creating That's creating he's not burning bridges. And you see the
Yeah.
way if it's true he got 7 million. You can't hate on him for that. And he's doing it
Man.
in his way. So if he's doing it, but he wasn't all out talking all out all this and then he said I just got a meeting with Al Heyman. Oh, I got a meeting with Al. I mean, I got a meeting with Eddie. So he was doing it, but not in the way that they doing it.
Yeah, he can talk. He's sitting in the meetings. Those other
Yeah,
fighters, they wait for the call. You know what I'm saying? They wait for their manager to come get with them. But Mikey is actually talking to those guys and making the deals himself.
yeah, you gotta respect that.
Yeah, I don't know
You
what he
gotta
gonna do.
let's see.
It'd be real player of Mikey if he go to 140 and try to fight Devin Haney or fight one of these young guys or something like that. Even Regis. I like a Regis. I still want to see a Regis fight with Mikey.
Just or
That'd be a
fight
good fight.
try to fight Josh Taylor if Josh Taylor beat when is that fight coming? Him or Ramirez?
That's May 1st.
Oh, it's on May 1st, Cinco de Mayo
Yeah.
weekend?
Yeah, I
Oh wow.
think Canelo gonna be May 8th. May 8th.
Wow. So so the Tank and Ryan see Tank was trying to do that Cinco de Mayo too. I think somebody got in his ear. Something going on with Ryan.
Yeah, and see, this the thing that's gonna mess up Tank. If he don't fight, if he have a fight like in June, bro, like I think that's too long. I think he should be in the ring like at least I would say March, April,
Yep.
no less than May, because that's half the year. So that's telling us he only gonna fight 2 times a year, bro. As a fan,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying? And that's
Like
and for a guy like him who's undisciplined, he need to be he need to be in camp. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm.
6 months out the year, he need to be in camp.
Ryan Garcia is smart. He knows that. He knows that even though Tank is a star, he knows that his name, he knows his value. So what he's doing, they offering him probably more money behind the scenes. So I think I just hope that I would rather see Tank versus Ryan Garcia than Ryan Garcia on some Manny Pacquiao. I just want Manny Pacquiao to just give up those belts, bro. We want to see undisputed, bro. What is he gonna do? But I think he will probably need that. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm about to close it down, bro. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Shout out to everybody to have me on, man. This is L Dub, the matchmaker. We gotta get him to start his own business. You see, he know this boxing in and out. Yeah. We're and this is what I'm saying. This is the battle we want to see. I want to see L Dub versus Unrivaled Mark in one of those debates. I want to see that. That's for the culture. I don't know if L ain't turning down no. I want to see that L Dub versus Mark Unrivaled. You know what I'm saying? And whenever L went that rematch with me, he's always welcome. He deserved it. You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Salute to you, man. For real. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody coming through. I appreciate you guys, man. We talk about this boxing. Feel free to hit me up behind the scenes. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, scrolling across the bottom. Twitter at OvaJ, OVAJAY. Hit me up on there. You know what I'm saying? I'll be wilding over there. But Instagram more subdued, more chilling. You feel me? Just dropping, talking about fights and stuff like that. So you can hit me up on Instagram at LDubs Boxing, LDub_boxing. You feel me? We dropping a lot of fight news and talking about boxing and stuff like that. You feel me? So he said, L Dub, the ranking side. Yeah, bro. Hey, I'm gonna have another one on Sunday. The WBA ranking's gonna come out. I'm gonna see what's, you know what I'm saying, what they trying to pull up their sleeve. They're not gonna get none past us, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I want to salute you guys once again, man. Thanks for all the super chats and all that good stuff. I appreciate it, man. Showing love and support to the channel. And that's my time, and I'm out. Salute to you guys. He said, where do I find the first debate? You talking about me and Jalik? Man, you don't want to watch that, man. That's easy work for me, Chris. All right, man. Y'all have a good one.